止まる。御影石。
Hello everyone, and welcome to Total War 25 Live. In fact, I actually said I'd start every stream with Good Afternoon Total Warriors, which is not a term that I got officially approved. But, you know, thought it would be nice to throw in there. So good afternoon, Total Warriors, and welcome to Total War 25 Live. This is Couch Commanders, which is a continuation of the series we started just a couple of weeks ago. It is named because you can't see it, but we are sat on a couch. And we're gonna play our games with some of our developers. So this week we have two very special guests. We're starting off with Jack. You can see his title there. That's not his current title.
I just like the Jack.
Yeah,
yes, that is my name.
Making sure it's you. Just a quick glance over. That's not your current title, but it is the title of what you were when you were working on Shogun 2.
Yeah, it was my second game as unit design lead after Napoleon. Went on to do the same on Rome 2. Yeah, it was a great game to work on, so I'm very happy to talk about it and discuss some of the history of the games and what went into it. Fantastic.
It's we've got a bit of a save going on that I will swap to in due course. But hopefully we'll have the opportunity to talk about some of the stuff developing Shogun 2, some of your stories from it, and also thank you to everyone who went to the Total War forums and submitted questions, because we've got some of them pulled out for you. Some of those questions I think we'll have, based on what we've discussed, some quite in-depth answers. So we'll start off with some of them after we've jumped off into the campaign. So without further ado, I'm going to work out which button this is, and we are going to transition over into a campaign. I spoke a little bit about this on the stream last week, but this is the first time you've seen this save, Jack. I really like Hojo. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you why. My favourite colour is red.
Interesting.
I don't have like a particular love of castles and like artillery, but it's just something about Hojo. I think it's that little starting position over there.
For me, it was always the starting position. I am a sucker for blue. It's one of my favourites, so that's standard for me. Like, I was never a big fan of personally artillery in Shogun 2, so I never used it much. My sort of like ranking of clans is I always love Shimazu, which everyone does.
Yeah.
Date. I love the position in the northeast and the dark blue colour.
Yeah, Shisakabe as well, having their own island. Is very nice.
I never got to Shisakabe. I was never like that position. Oda was one of my big ones.
Oh yeah, the Ashigaru.
Great fun.
I feel like playing Oda is a bit of like a cheat faction.
Yes, with the long Yari Ashigaru, definitely. Yes. And Takeda, because the cavalry are just fun.
Yeah, very true. I mean, the Takeda is if you can get behind them with some of those Takeda cav, get behind enemy lines, it's very strong. So we're going to play some of the save. We're going to chat. If anyone in the chat has questions for Jack, please feel free to go ahead. We'll try and moderate them and go through as we do. I'll set some expectations off from the start. These streams, we're going to be doing them for, I think, all of our major releases over the last few years. We're not here to really announce anything. There may be, little bits you learn about the games that otherwise we never would have been able to reveal. We're not here to just like spring stuff on you or to announce changes, updates, anything like that. We're here to talk about the game as it was and the legacy. So just making sure we're all clear on that first. Otherwise, I feel like I would get shouted at for 2 hours a week, every week for the next, several months.
Getting some interesting ones in there.
Yes. So without that, I think we can get started. Jack, I will just let everyone know, and yourself as well, exactly the situation that we've ended up in here. You can see I have two.
Money.
What is it? It's called
Koku.
Koku sounds right.
This is training my memory as well. I don't think it's said anywhere in the game.
I saw it. So do you know what? Because I haven't played Shogun 2 in like 4 or 5 years, right? And I started playing it last week to get this.
Koku, yes. Thank you, chat.
There you go. And I also just thought it was kind of gold, right? Money. And then one of the tutorial, like the pop-up from the advisor was like, this is your Koku. And I was like, what? I've never.
Yeah, it's one of the rare games where we went with not just gold, like Med 2 had it with florins.
Right, yes. Do you know, I can remember florins though. So this is my save. It is turn 48. Now, no one's some people have declared war on me, but I took Kyoto 2
Yeah, I was going to say, you have Kyoto.
I do.
Realm Divide's triggered, right?
Yeah, it's about to get very spicy here. Takeda have stood by me through thick and thin on this campaign. As Hojo, I always find myself just aligned with Takeda.
They're nice, easy
They
allies
are.
to the north.
The thing is, I would like to not have to worry about any of this side. So I think what I'm going to do, just to start us off, is to...
You've got no money.
I do have...
Marriage.
Is that... I mean, they have a daughter, so...
You can demand... No.
No,
gonna
see, look, your terms are even-handed and fair. They're respectful.
Liked it.
So, you
Can
see,
you get an alliance?
they're allied with... I don't think so. No. They won't ally with me, but I'm good enough for their daughter,
Can you
not for
offer
their pen and paper.
payments?
I have 2.
Pay repeatedly, though, and it won't take from your current treasury.
Can I?
Do you satisfactory with alliance?
Oh. Here's the thing. They're allies with Takeda. I'm allies with Takeda. We're like in an unofficial partnership.
Yeah, but if you don't get them on side now, it's going to be harder the longer you wait, because that realm divide penalty is a pain to deal with.
We'll see where we come with that. To shout out to the chat as well. Like it's been like 4 or 5 years since I've properly played Shogun 2. The last save I did was a Conquer the World as Hojo save, so this is familiar territory to me. And it corrupted. I took everything but the little Chisakabe Islands, and the save corrupted on the last province, so I never finished it. But this isn't really like a meta playthrough. This is just how I would play through. So like I've got one Metsuke ready to boost a province over here because I feel like I'm going to need more income when everyone cancels their trade agreements. I'm not doing all Yari Ashigaru. It's I mean, there's some. It's
a little low on cavalry.
I have backup armies for if things go wrong, but mostly not super meta.
Cavalry in there.
Yeah. I think the meta army is 3 light cav, 5 bow Ashigaru, and then as many Yari Ashigaru as you can cram in.
I'm very much in a getting the nice balance.
Exactly.
I like the nice mix.
What's the you want the samurai.
Even like the Naginata samurai. I know people rag on them, but I like them.
The
high armor. Like I'm always one of those people where when you get like the iron provinces and you go for weaponsmith or armorsmith, I'm always armorsmith. I'm always want my people to survive more than killing the other side.
See, I have not yet had the chance to like properly build up my army because I think I have a couple of weaponsmiths. I haven't had the chance to properly use them yet.
I can't remember where they are. All I can remember is the one that starts next to Shimazu.
Yeah, there's this one.
It is next to Shimazu. Is that?
Yeah, I won't lie. I've done awfully with it because I've used this province and I've just started dismantling it. I've been using it as a Hojo firebomb thrower province. I really like the firebomb things. So all of my Yari Ashigaru recruiting next door.
You can say not going meta, but this is just this is just bad.
But this is what we did with Chaos Dwarves. Like I like to give myself a bit of a challenge with it. So we'll see if we can survive, and we'll see if we can even take anything. But
decent amount of food.
I will. Yeah, don't worry. I've been on upgrading those farms as soon as
markets. Get that sweet moolah.
You mentioned it, so I can jump us to the first question we had from the forums, which was from Jonas Nee, who was really interested to know how armor works.
I've got to go rescue my notes.
For them, you've just completely disappeared into the Japanese background.
I have with me terrible post-it notes of stuff because, this was great because the question was, what's the value of armor? In the question is like, is it some perception of it being exponential? I've got the short version, the long version of what armor does in Shogun 2, which did involve some nice diving back into the old Shogun 2 code, looking at the actual combat rules, making some spreadsheets and working stuff out. Long and short of it, armor has a linear effect on a kill chance in a combat. Mm-hmm. And the long version is this. So, first up, melee. So, in the melee calculations, you have a hit number that gets worked out first. And that's a summary of like all of the attackers' values. So, what's their melee attack? Are they charging? Stuff like that. And then it takes off the sum of the defender's values. So, like melee defense armor. And then that hit number gets turned into a kill chance. And there's a few different formulas for that because like higher hit numbers get boosted up more, lower hit numbers get lower because you want to reward good ones. And then it's a 1 to 1,000 roll for what actually happens because in Shogun 2, whether you hit and what you do when you hit is all the same roll. So imagine you've got that 1 to 1,000 bar. At the bottom end of it is basically your kill chance. Then next to it is like, if you haven't killed, but you got close, you then have a range of values for knockdown. And then next to that is knockback, next to that is step back, and then at the end is miss. So generally only a small part of the bar is your kill chance, the rest of it is other stuff, because most units only have 1 hit point, a hit is a kill.
Yeah.
So there's a formula to do it all. And generally the kill chance never goes below 7 to 10%, because we always like it that no matter how weak a unit is, that they've always got a chance. No matter how good the opponent is, there's still that chance, get between the arm and get the little hit in.
It's still a weapon at the end of the day, no matter who's wielding it.
So what all that formula means in practice is that if you've got, say, Katana Samurai against an example unit with 5 melee defense and 1 armor, they have a 32% chance to kill on a hit. Whereas if that defending unit has 5 defense and 10 armor, it goes down to 21%. Now it's a nice number and looks almost like a 1% thing, but it's not, because it varies on the attack. But generally it's a linear step down. To every point of armor is a linear reduction in the kill chance. Ranged is different, because it's a different scale. And here you have it's similar in working out a kill chance, but it's based on the damage of the projectile, and there's a normalizer, because all these numbers are in different ranges. So there's a bunch of the formulas just making sure they all sit in a similar level to work out. You then have a bonus, an increase based on your marksmanship, so actually higher accuracy does give you a higher kill chance. I don't know how many people like that. And then negatives off the armor. There's a penalty for longer distance, which is quite small, but it's a little factor just to make it so like close range is a bit more impactful. And then there's also a little bit taken away for melee defense. Now, you'd usually go, like in melee, that you'd think where melee defense applies. But we had it as a minor factor in ranged combat because we had Empire and Napoleon, and there, not many units of armor, and we wanted to have some differentiation between like your elite units and your basic units. So it's a minor factor, right? Because like armor in the formula, that value gets multiplied by 4. Melee defense get multiplied by half. So it's a small factor, but it's a little variation there. Then the number that comes out gets clamped within a range of 10 to 94. Then there's a random value that gets that gets taken away from, and then there's a whole clamping stuff. But basically, if you've got a bow samurai who's attacking that 5 defense 1 armor unit, 23% kill chance, or roughly. If you've got a bow samurai against a 5 defense 10 armor, it's a 5% kill chance, but it's again a linear change. So every point in armor does it. So armor is very important, but it's always a linear change, and it is for most values. So like melee defense would be the same.
So if anyone's watching who's mainly played like the Warhammer games or the later historical games, there's a difference there in what's like a kill chance versus hit points, right?
Yeah. So we changed it all up going from Shogun 2 to Rome 2 because we wanted to have extra factors to play with. Like in this one in melee, there's no concept of like damage for weapons. All you've got is potentially armor piercing, which halves the armor value in the formula. So we wanted to have more values to play with and to add more depth, right? Very much still keeping all the factors like what if you're a bit flanking, what if you're charging, what if you're on high ground, what if terrain, going in, fatigue, all that kind of stuff. It's all in there, but now there's a separate role for whether I hit someone in melee versus then what damage I do when I hit.
Yeah.
And there's been a few different ways the armor formula's worked since. In Rome 2, it was a straight-up roll, where there'd be a random roll between 0 and the armor value, and that would be taken away from the damage. In 3 Kingdoms, at least, I don't know if it was in other ones, I was just having a quick look at this earlier, there's like a min-max it gets capped within, but it's still a bit of randomization. To give that things like, we're no longer rolling against the damage, it's more the armor is the roll against it to modify like how much you're taking off. And then we've had other stuff as well, like Thrones introduced the critical hit chance that allowed for one-hit kills to give that, like, the lucky arrow in the eye kind of thing. And I think it's Pharaoh that introduced a lethality system as well. There's been a few ways we've revised the formula since then. So that was my long answer to what does armor do in Shogun 2. It was fun digging through that one, spreadsheets.
I'm glad we managed to get you to have to dig all the way back. They did ask as well, did you ever watch tournaments back in the day, and did they influence balance patches? That might be a lot to try and recall.
Yeah, so there was a few of us who worked on balance in Shogun 2. So I was mostly the units, but there's also others who worked more on the unit abilities and the multiplayer side of things. And in Shogun 2, we did actually have separate sets of units for multiplayer and single player.
Yeah.
Something we didn't stick with. Shogun 2 was nice and manageable because there's like 50 units in the game. Immediately going to Rome 2, we've got 500 or something. It's
Yeah.
like having duplicates is trickier to manage. But yeah, we're always paying attention to like what the community's doing, what's hot in the multiplayer meta,
Yeah.
and all about the single player stuff. Because you want to get an experience that's good for everyone.
Yeah.
Instead of going like, what do we intend for this unit to do? How can we help with the feedback, getting
Yeah.
closer to that intention? What's the short answer? Armor is a linear effect on kill chance. So every point has a same percentage reduction.
Well, this is where we are now, Jack. This is our
I
life.
haven't been paying attention.
Me neither. I've just opened the screen. I thought, do you know what? I didn't really see anyone declaring war on me.
Played one year.
I think they've united against me.
You've only got one enemy though.
Oh, do you know what? Then they just all hate me, and next
Yeah,
turn
they
they're going
just
to
hate
declare
me.
war on me.
You're not facing it yet, but
No.
it's
Even Darcy, we've already gone down to friendly.
Realm Divide is.
Oh, I don't want to give him money.
Well, then you best get investing.
What was the kind of inspiration for Realm Divide? Was it, seeing wanting an end game threat or a mid game turning point?
Yeah, it was very much that desire for both. Trying to add in more of like an end game sort of challenge and more of a feeling of like a accumulation of your campaign, something you were overcoming, but also looking at the history of the Sengoku Jidai period itself, right? Where it was not to this extreme, right? In actual history, the pivotal battle of Sekigahara is still like two coalitions fighting each other, but it was very much like there's two sides
Yeah.
duking it out for who will actually become the new shogun. So it's that, like, in this one, because it's Total War and the player always expands much more than in history, it's you against the world and your close allies. But it's just a nice way, and it means it's also a clear thing to do. Like, either you're hitting that fame tipping point or you're taking Kyoto. Or is it both? I can't remember. It's been ages. But it's that nice thing, clear signifying to players as well of here's that tipping point, and then you've got to deal with it afterwards. Going for tango.
Speaking of the tipping point, I'm kind of risking leaving. Oh, of course, Takeda, because I feel like they're going to declare war against me any second.
Yeah.
So, best friends, of course I would. Of course I'd join.
Up there. Oh, nice. Oh! You should have allied them.
That genuinely couldn't go well.
You should have paid the money.
I should have paid the money. I've got to side with Takeda, haven't I?
You've got to, though. You one ally.
I can't believe it. Do you know what? Maybe Takeda, because they've just taken this province up here, maybe they will be the shield that I need to defend me.
They might do. I mean, I think for me, why are you taking them? I think you've got to go north.
See now, and here it begins.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. If
Will
Takeda,
they
if they stab me in the back here, I've just gone to war for them. They better...
Oh.
Me and Takeda, I'm telling you, we have a relationship beyond what people can comprehend.
Yeah.
They understand that when I'm at war, they're at war.
Yeah. I mean, you need... Who's that group to the north of you?
Oh, please, Takeda, we've gone this far together. What's one more step?
You've got to keep them in. You've got to keep them in.
One more step into the void. And I guess we're going to have loads of here we go.
Don't join your enemies.
There's
going to be a lot of messages.
Yeah. Oh, and I've been sabotaged. Oh, and here's where
the trade agreements. Your money's halved. Yeah. You need to be building the rice exchanges quick.
It's a really tough, and I think especially like the first time I played Shogun 2, like.
Oh, you're quite low on the tech.
I know. Well, I rushed over here.
Cool. So this is the group, because if you take this slot out of the picture, you've then got a nice choke point against the rest of Japan.
Yeah.
I hope Takeda can take out Date.
And look at them. They've got my backing. I do actually have an army down here who are I've called them my when Takeda betray me army, because they can just move right in here and take that out. I wasn't bold enough to put one here because, we can pretend that we're going to be friends.
You've got to take out these guys up north.
That is an expensive sabotage for someone who doesn't have much money. Do I need that?
Your economy is not where it should be.
I'm building some markets now, so hopefully and it's another thing as well. Like it takes time to build up.
It does, especially because with town growth being a factor, you've really got that. Yeah. Earlier you invest, the better.
And I have I really like getting a lot of the spear tech. So I kind of rush down the spear tech, and now I'll make up for it. I'll pay for my sins by getting some economy tech.
Quick money.
Like the merchant guild will be nice, and tariffs aren't going to do much for me.
Nah, tariffs not now, but it's the buildings themselves.
Do you know what though? One person One person will continue to pay me.
Very friendly. It's good.
Oh, Darte, last turn you loved minus 344. Last turn they loved me.
It's friendly. It's just gone no.
No.
Alliance enemy clan.
And I've married their daughter, haven't I?
Dishonourable treaties. Yeah, it's all gone wrong.
If this was Crusader Kings 3, they wouldn't be glad that they'd just married me off as well. Right, nice, a disaster campaign stream. I feel like that's what I always try and offer. We've got loads of these kind of 25 live streams coming up with all sorts of different games. I'll see what predicaments I can get myself into each time, and maybe if we can get out of them. Let me have a look and see then if there's any other questions for you. Do you know what? I'll get one up in a second of those little clips of when agents succeed or fail. I'll get one up and then we can talk about them. I think the question was just generally kind of what do you think about them. Also, I love that auto resolve system where it's like back and forth and you're both losing units from your sides. Because you don't know how it's going to go, right? And I can remember as a kid, like, no, don't hit 0, and it'd stop at like 40, and then theirs would start going down, like, yeah, go on. This is, luckily they're all quite fragmented at the moment, but like that, the dropping of one and then the other is such a lovely way of showing like the ebb and flow of battle.
Army's done well.
Yeah, I think this is my daimyo as well.
I've got like 3 armies near you.
It's fine. This is what Hojo love castles. It's
what you don't have enough money for like a 3rd army.
Well, I've got 4 armies in total.
Yeah, I wouldn't move them.
I'm tempted just to take Yamato because then I can.
Because then
I know
Key has all of this bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be my problem. The other thing being, my ships are pretty battered. I had quite a massive naval battle, and they are not. And I think I should probably flee here, but I am trapped.
You are trapped. So, I don't think fleeing is an option.
I don't think I want to fight them. I think I lose if I fight. I mean, I've got the big
Maroon.
Yeah, but
lovely stuff.
But that really, I don't think that's going to be enough. But then if I should probably fight and try and auto resolve it now. I don't think we have the time on the stream to play a full naval battle. They are.
Oh, that's so close.
I think I will do worse at that than the auto resolve will. Like, look how damaged these are.
Yeah, it's worth the roll. I mean, because they are trapped. But are you going to lose? The Nihonmura survived.
Yeah, and it was only crushing defeat as well. I think I was going to die there anyway. If this has let me get out, I'm not out.
No, because there's the other one blocking it. Yeah.
So it's only crushing, and that's how we like to start the streams with crushing defeats. So let me get my.
Where's your agent?
There he is.
Lovely stuff.
Let's go for. Should we try a revenge assassination?
Oh yeah, general 63%.
Which who are you thinking? Oh, you think
63s? No, go for the easy ones. Go for the nice ones.
Unless there's like just in case like a daimyo is somewhere nearby who I can. Oh no, it looks like I'm gonna have to go for one of these. I think what's really nice about these as well is like you're taking out an entire bodyguard unit.
Yeah, bodyguards are super powerful.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So these little movies, these are really such a little inspired choice to add. Were they a lot of work to do? Because only like Metsuke don't have them for the arrests, and so it's mainly.
So of course they're in the original Shogun, and they came back for this, but they were. There's a lot of them, a lot of variation. They are a lot of work, but they add so much flavour.
I looked away. Is he dead? Have I done this? Oh, am I going to get caught?
It's a guard.
It's the guard.
He's eliminated the guard, sneaking in.
And so these are like kind of piecemealed, right? In
there's like a series of intros, a series of middles, and a series of ends. You failed, but will you escape?
Come on. Oh, that looks good.
Oh, is he?
He's going.
Is he going to win? It's been ages since I've watched some of these.
Someone's dead. Oh!
He succeeded.
They are. There we go. Enemy wounded. That looked like more than... If he wounded him, he was right there, lying on the floor. He should have finished him off. I've tried to spec this guy really into assassinations. I really love just like sniping out a daimyo before any battle.
Getting rid of those powerful characters, because also this was the first title we added in skill trees for generals. Which allowed you a lot more customization of that. So you could make them really powerful and choose like, am I buffing my units? Am I more the bodyguard kind of a general? That was
something. Let's see if we can hide here, because obviously like there's no stances, but you can hide, right? You can
just put yourself in a forest and ambush.
But the
if you can take these ones and then set you've got yourself secure. Because it's just. Is there just the land bridge Is there a land bridge
No,
here?
I don't think so. Is that?
I can't
That is
remember.
there, but I don't think this is here.
It's
Unless
naval
no,
from
I don't
that
think
one.
that is. I think if I can take
Yeah.
annoyingly as well, what we are definitely going to lose is here they come. I had a little
Trade
I know.
fleets.
I had a little trade fleet going, and
How much are they costing you? This fleet.
Does it say it like a full upkeep?
Upkeep,
Anyway?
81,
They're
48,
pretty
48,
cheap.
48, 48.
I think they're getting me like 500.
Yeah,
so,
worth keeping it. It's just
you say worth keeping it. I think this is going to be the smallest army that comes to fight them. I'm wondering if I try and take them out and then go back to it rather than wait for this to build up. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's a lost cause. It's just
Yeah.
basically keep them there for as long as possible, make you the most money.
My backup plan is to sail all the way to this one because when I take these provinces, I can at least reinforce them a bit more.
Yeah.
But like even these, they're such a fun way of showing like an interaction with the wider world. Like these kinds of little details are just they really I think help elevate the game to what it became. Right, I've asked you about the little agent clips there.
Yeah.
Let me quickly have a look at chat. Someone's saying how fitting you're playing it, considering I just finished Shogun 2024. I'm not seeing that yet.
It's good. I think there's a few earlier ones.
Yeah. I do recommend for people who are kind of sitting on the fence. I installed this like 2 weeks ago to prep for the stream and just try and get a save. And I said I'll get to turn 25, right, and then I'll stop. And before I knew it, I was on turn 40. I was like, right, I really got to stop because so this is actually the first save as well that I had. Like I've gone and now made my own campaigns and played my own campaigns on the side, but like it holds up so nicely. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, good win.
Do I fight it?
Nah. Focus on the fun, man.
There we go. They are. They're like I was telling you before the stream, but like I tried the historical battle of the naval one, which is I think
Yeah.
you're Mori versus Oda, and
Something
it's
like that.
brutal. You have just got skirmish units, and they've got like massive heavy moons, and it is like I don't know. I tried it like 2 or 3 times, and each time I was like, you really are going to have to use the firebomb as well. All right, I think this is all I can do this turn, really.
Got nothing else to upgrade.
I can get another Metsuke.
I mean, you do miss some of
a
the
couple of them.
quality of life stuff since then. Because, like, you can't...
Yeah.
Can you easily see? Oh, no, there is the little construction. If you click on that again, on Omi.
Yeah.
I know, it shows its construction. I'm trying to remember all the icons and stuff. It's been so long.
I remember as well, like, you always had to build a sake den and a gambling hall just to keep everyone happy.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid as well, like cycle taxing.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
yeah, it's like you're going to the people.
Dance on the line.
You know, the seasonal tax once every 4 years. You have to give us everything you have. All right, let's see what happens here then. We had a question here of I love Shogun 2 so much. What was it like bringing the Otomo into Shogun 2? It feels like they're so drastic of a change to units compared to everything in the base game because of the gunpowder and firearm side.
There was only a bit of a change, but the base game had a lot of gunpowder as well, right? It's one of those things that will sort of gets... Oh, dear. There goes the
We knew
fleet.
we knew the fleet was gone.
Oh, but
They've escaped finally.
escaped.
If it's the one ship we want,
One
though.
ship. Takeda again here. Because in the, it's often forgotten at times how quickly Japan jumped onto matchlocks as a weapon type. It's why matchlock samurai, matchlock Ashigara are such common units.
Yeah.
Otomo suddenly had that nice extra focus on it and getting the extra Portuguese, right? Been ages on the units and stuff, and their ability to focus on Christianity and the Nanban quarters. It's just nice because it's a game of very similar clans having these clans which have like a nice extra bit that just makes them a different play and you focus on a different way is really nice. And Tomo, I think, one of the best for that.
Oh yeah.
Now, I can't remember if they released before or after Fall of the Samurai, but yeah, if after, I mean, at that point, we've done a lot of Gunpowder and Shogun 2 then.
Was it a lot of work then to take base Shogun 2 and to was there a complete rework of how because obviously there is some Gunpowder in Shogun 2, right?
No, there was, so it depends on things. So, like, we had to add in a tech for torpedoes for naval battles. It's been so long. I'm trying to think about this because, of course, we inherited the tech from Napoleon and Empire, which had a lot of similar stuff.
Yeah.
So, whilst we had stuff for like Gatling guns, I think we needed new. But a lot of things, like, there were primitive versions, but we had like explosive shells and Empire Napoleon, so we could do that stuff.
Yeah.
I think did we even have some shell ships in Napoleon? So all that stuff, but it was very much like steam No, we had some steamships in Napoleon. So building on that tech, adding in the torpedoes, the real fun things for things like the Gatling guns, adding in the off-map artillery,
and also the ability. I don't think it's super well known that if you hit insert, you can become the Gatling guns, right?
Since Empire, that was
yeah,
that's good fun. Always fun with the Gatling gun. Just
I know it's the custom battles I used to make of Gatling guns on top of a hill and Yari coming at you are fantastic.
Yeah, and then you also have like that extra factor in Fourth Samurai being able to bring in the Western ships and units, which is great. Always, British bias. Always love getting in HMS Warrior because it absolutely dominates.
And playing them as well in like the Avatar Conquest, because I don't think we won't be playing any Avatar Conquest, but the Avatar Conquest system absolutely enamored me. Like me and my friend, we made a clan called the Shogunners. Our gimmick was
points for terrible pun.
Even as a child, look, I was in the gimmicks. We only used gun units, and I remember like a revolver cav were incredibly strong in multiplayer. If you managed to get them right, you just annihilate their general unit and then leave. The ninjas as well, being able to spawn behind enemy lines. Where do you typically go here? I like to grab the movement range at least one.
Yeah, I tend to go.
I've never gone down the warrior path. I don't think.
It depends on the general, because sometimes you get the nice what do we call them in this, retainers.
Oh yeah.
If you get like a retainer that's going like extra armor for this, I go maybe I'll lean into it more, because the top level ones.
Size is nice.
Increase in size is super powerful.
Yeah.
But my favorite is like the middle line, because you get that general like buffs and the command bonuses in particular, great for morale in battles.
Yeah. I think for me it's the +1 morale for Ashigaru units.
Ashigaru.
But like I sometimes I go down I think it's for my daimyo, especially honor.
Yeah,
super important.
When you get the daimyo, then you lean in. I like to lean into more of that stuff.
And even there we go, family and council. Being able to like give these guys titles, really fun. As you can see, everyone's very loyal to me. That's how I run my campaigns. Everyone must trust me.
Nice.
But you can see so many like mechanics here that are small, like the loyalty mechanic, right? The family council that in older titles get spun off into like entire faction mechanics of this is how they work.
Yeah.
But you can see the roots of it all.
Yeah, very much. Like Shogun 2 was like at a point where we're starting to dip into like having faction bonuses and stuff and seeing what difference that can make. We went to the next level with Rome 2, and then of course with Warhammer 3 Kingdoms. There's a lot of stuff that we wanted to build on from here.
I want them to come out to me for this.
Yeah.
I'm not too
Super Siege.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about their archers, because I have all the cav.
You've got more archers than them anyway.
Yeah,
more experience, but you can outrange them.
They've got 1,000 more men.
It's the bow samurai I have to worry about.
Yeah, but if I can get my cav behind them, and honestly, Shogun 2 AI, I feel like don't massively care about their archers. I feel like they hang them out to dry quite a lot.
Bow samurai can be surprisingly tough in melee.
But
even against Yari.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
so don't have spears,
they
but
are
they're still
light, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not the greatest. Like if you had some Yari cav.
Yeah. So
you don't.
You're thinking we should go right here, and we should secure this area.
Yes, but then you're leaving all that province
here.
vulnerable. You need like an extra army, but that's currently here.
Do you know? I mean, I could start. I think we've got military access with Takeda. I'd be shocked if we didn't. We've got an alliance. They come hand in hand, right?
Yeah, you've got military access, definitely.
So we could take this army and we could start moving up here. It's not too far.
Yeah, do it that way. Have a sweep in that way. Give it your next.
And hey, one of them I actually built them in the correct province. So, but yeah, the skill trees, because I did some research for the 25th anniversary celebrations on like what's the thing that each Total War added. Like if I had to boil it down into like a definite new thing, and it was skill trees for Shogun 2.
Skill trees and Avatar Conquest for multiplayer. Yeah.
Because you've taken it from the kind of random. I say I never go down the skill tree. Apparently, at some point I did.
You did.
But the attacking at sea, I've never really made an admiral either. But the idea intrigues me. But yes, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, because before it was trait-based, right? Which was a semi-random in Empire and Napoleon, of if you do enough things, you can level them up.
Yeah, because it's similar to what happened in Rome on Med 2, but it's a slightly different system. This is digging into the memory banks to work out.
Yeah.
Well, there was things that could influence it, but there was also not that. I don't think you got that many in Empire Napoleon. This was trying to push it to the next level.
Yeah.
And then you see like a further evolution of this in the next game. So I think really like 3K is a great example where we go further, where you've got like the background personality traits, you've got the traits they gain, as well as the skills, and trying to put it all together into who this person is.
I saw someone in the chat saying Shogun 2 my second favourite Total War. What is your first favourite Total War? What would you say your favourite? I mean, you've worked on enough of them.
It's a great question because there's all the ones I've worked on, and there's also the ones I played before I joined CA.
Everyone you've worked with is watching this, all the different projects saying, but I hope he picks mine.
It might be Shogun 2.
Oh, really?
It might be.
To work on or to play?
Both. Like, it was a great project to work on because we'd come out of Empire, which was not the smoothest of releases, and we took a bit of time on that. And that meant Empire was quite a tough development. Like, it was focused, but it was like we had to go on with it because we'd been working on Empire for quite a while. And then Shogun 2 was like the first like breather after that of time to let's take a bit of time, let's grab it together, let's really get the team on board, and just it was really fun to work on. The end result is really good.
A lot of the marketing videos are really fun as well.
Yeah, I mean, I also have to give a shout out to the first Total War I played, which is the original Medieval, because it's the thing that got me into the series, and now I'm here 24 years later. 23 years later. It's not 2026 yet, it's 2025.
we're running ahead. It's I'll jump to a question. So I've decided to play this battle because honestly the army that I'm up against is pretty wild. I shouldn't have skipped the general speech. I'll do the next one. It's all bow samurai. The whole army is bow samurai.
They've got a set one which is just the bow dojo, and they're just churning them out.
So really what this is a game of is I've got to run through the hail of arrows. But if I make it to them, I stick some Yari walls on, and I think I'll be okay. I just got to make it to them. So these cav will be very important in breaking off
do you know what I do in these situations?
Go on.
I send my own bow units forward to take the casualties.
Oh, yeah.
And then rush the cav and the Yari samurai through with rapid advance.
Let's give it a go.
I mean, I wouldn't even bother sending... How many units of bow samurai do they have?
I think it's like 6, 7, and that's the whole... But then they've also got 2 general units.
Okay, so I was going to say, could you potentially spare the Yari Ashigaru? But no, you need...
No, I'm going to need them.
You're going to need to just soak up the bow arrows with the Yari, bow Ashigaru, and then everyone else just... Yes, loose formation, everyone. Yeah. Everyone.
But it takes them so long to get back into their little Yari walls when they...
okay, maybe don't do that.
But you know what? You have a point. They are all ranged.
So get it in last minute, get them together, and go for it.
One of the things, obviously, that difficult to go back to.
You can't do the move forward.
So it's the double G.
The lovely unit, the army formation art.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Also, I've never really clicked these. Is this going to give them to the AI?
Yes.
Okay.
AI does all right. But for this situation, you've got a very clear plan on to stick with your own control.
I'd be interested to see what they do against just the horde of bow samurai. And honestly, the model's still fantastic.
Yeah, units are great. It was really fun researching them because there's all the different types of armor.
Yeah. It's happened again. It's happened again, just like when I was playing it at home. I've completely forgotten that we're on a stream, and I've not looked at the chat like twice. I love Shogun 2.
Well, I mean, I was wondering with looking at the units, once we're done, maybe we could look at those images.
Oh, yes, we will. We've done this battle.
Dug up some old dev images for you all.
Let me have a look and see if there's a question I can ask you while we get there. Someone was asking how much effort did it take to add the small unit packs for like Shogun 2 and Empire?
They were pretty easy. I mean, this is a period where, especially Empire, there were some single models. In Shogun 2, with us going to the unit variant system, it was just creating like new parts. So like when we made the bulletproof samurai for the Date, that was like getting new armor model in and mix with existing parts. They're pretty simple. But it was very much a thing where I think, obviously, we're always looking at what kind of content we do for our games and looking at options and deciding what's right. But it was very much a thing of its time. Yeah, you need to go to the left.
Do I just need to charge? Because they
maybe, yeah, they've not moved forward. You might just go for it.
But they are going to be. They haven't loose formationed.
Yeah, and it was just a case where like we did some more unit packs of Rome 2, but the sentiment to them was really like people wanting meteor, where we moved to then including the units more in the culture packs we did at the time. So it's like they may return at some point. We're always looking like how we deliver content in the best ways. But there's really that window where they really stood out. Pretty easy, but certainly in terms of like what we saw with Rome 2 with what the players' response was, it was the contracts, it was the bigger continent players generally responded to more. It feels like it was the same players when talking to players.
I've completely missed these little buildings, and they've really screwed up my plan here.
You're doing all right. The general's not moved yet.
No, he hasn't. And I've made it. The horses have made it in, and everyone else is kind of running.
Where's your rapid advance?
Do you know what? One thing that you did for Shogun 2...
Rapid advance.
Where's rapid advance?
On your Yari Samurai. Click
I've...
Oh, was it no, it's Naginata Samurai. You've done a rapid advance.
I'm not good enough.
I'm an idiot.
I'm not good enough to have Yari Samurai. Those Yari Cav have taken a bit of a beating though. One thing that I always found really interesting because it was me like going to all of the different places to try and get it was
Get them back in Yari Rule if you're going to go for the cavalry.
I mean, they can all go in Yari Walled. You know, it's they're in.
Oh, sure. I mean, like these guys. Get them in before you charge the general. Quick.
It takes. I'll get them, but isn't Yari Wall like a really slow?
Yeah, but
I mean, they don't seem to be.
For all that stuff I talked about with the melee rules earlier, Yari Wall, because their pikes have different rules, which work. It's very effective.
I want to get my Shenmue out. I let him get down to like 25, and then I don't want to risk it anymore. You know, they are all breaking, so it's fine. It was just interesting to see what it's like to fight all bows.
Go on, Yaris, get in.
No, they are.
They've got confused.
They've gone really confused. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. If they can just sneak up, that'd be nice.
There's no real good options for the general to attack.
No, what are you going to do? Hit the spears or the spears?
Yeah. And you've got your Naganatas around.
I don't know if you remember this, but it was the case, at least in the UK, where the different factions, you got like a bonus faction depending on which retailer you bought the game at. Because I bought it from Game. Oh my gosh, what are they? I bought this on Game, and I got the Hattori.
Yes, they were. Well, I think for Shogun 2, was it both the Hattori and Ikariki? I can't remember if the Ikariki were post-launch.
No, maybe. But they came out post. They were both added post-launch, right? You could buy.
Yeah. We eventually made them all that because like we went through a period of there, like Empire and Napoleon had different units for different retailers when the big box retailers were really important. So like. One retailer had on Empire HMS Victory, another one got the Grand Barrier Convention. They're all available now, but it was only that era. I think for Shogun 2 we got it down to just the Hattori.
Yeah, it was.
But we also did the same for Fall of the Samurai because there were 3 or 4 packs.
I remember I had I can't remember the name, but the one I got was there because I bought all my games from Game at the time. But I remember getting the Hattori, and because they were a pre-order, like my special faction that I got, I was like, oh, obviously I'm going to play Hattori first. And Hattori are a brutal start, because they start in Iga, right?
Yeah.
And I took Kyoto, like, to take turn 6 or 7. And I was like, this game's easy. Like, I've taken Kyoto, and it's right at the start, and then the whole country declares war on me. That was really a trial by fire. That battle was interesting. I've not seen that many bows, but it's leveled up my guys.
Nice.
Whoa, where are we going? Do you know what?
Ashigaru.
Yeah.
Ashigaru.
I mean, but this isn't even my Ashigaru army.
No, but you've got loads of Ashigaru.
I mean, every army is in some way.
I mean, you've effectively made them.
I'm trying to assemble like the Beatles, like getting all of the different players.
Nice.
Who have we got here?
I do like attacking.
But the thing is, they don't. So here's a question for you. I'm just going to use it for my personal tutorial. +1 commandment attacking on land. They're not the commander of this army. They're in the second slot.
Yes,
so they won't do anything.
I don't think it will apply. It's just the commanding general's command that will apply, and that gives a morale bonus.
Okay.
Both to I think it's both army wide, and it affects what's in the general's radius.
Okay, that's good.
But it has been a while since I've looked at the morale system in Shogun 2, so
I'll quickly throw to the chat just to have a check. So someone's telling me Yari walls don't slow the unit down. Maybe it's just psychological for me then. I feel like they just look slow.
I possibly do on the formation.
There's a question here of what's your favourite unit where you can't say Yari Ashigaru?
There's lots of
It's like having to choose your second favourite child.
Those are great ones.
Are they
I
still?
think really contradictory. Yari Samurai. I know everyone rags on them because you got Yari Shigari,
Yeah.
but I just love them.
You like spears, is what I'm
I
getting.
do. I am quite a defensive player. I have my Katana Samurai in there. Like the only time I'm only really using Adachi is when I'm playing as Date because they've got the better version of them. Like Katana Samurai up there, but Yari Samurai. I'm a sucker for the, turtling, building up kind of style.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Ooh. +1. No, surely I want the 5 accuracy, right?
All bow units, yeah, in that one.
Maybe I should try and make an all bow army.
Because now you know, actually, you have some
I
pretty
do.
good damage.
I've learned. Me immediately saying like, oh, maybe I should make an all bow. Like I make these streams hard enough as it is. All right, I don't need only bows as my, because they bows in Shogun 2, and like I think it's a big contrast between guns and bows, right?
Yeah.
Like bows are not super lethal in Shogun 2.
No, there's very much lower damage than that. But is it Matrox lower range?
Yeah,
Right.
but when they do like 2 volleys, and those volleys are absolutely. I remember when I was first. Oh, ranged. These bows haven't done much against me. Won't be that bad. And then your entire general unit's dead after 2 lines of.
Yeah, Matchlocks are terrifying to fight.
All right, let's see. Surely nothing bad will happen here.
That's okay.
Someone asking, they're asking, I'll take this one from live, and then that's reminding me of a question that you had. How did you approach doing the atmosphere for the game? So stuff like the music and the sound, what research did you do for those situations?
So I'll leave more our next guest is lurking. I may leave some of the more visual stuff to him. But yeah, the research-wise, we already had a lot of we have basically an internal library of books for different eras that we've gone through. So we had a bunch of books already from making the original Shogun. I didn't work on. I was 12 when that released.
It wasn't legal for you to work on it.
So we had a lot of those. I can't remember if we did go with a historical consultant or not. I could check the credits because I've already credited in there. But we would like to get that information, and we did a lot of it. The next guest and talk about the process that went into making the loading screens, because we really went into it of making sure we got the information right to get the detail. It was so much fun working it from a unit point of view to make sure got as many of the small details correct, making sure we got the Sashimonos right, the horror on the back of the general's bodyguard, which is one of those little things technically they should billow in the wind, but we didn't have the right cloth physics for this game, which is nice little details that you can incorporate that are authentic to the setting, but you can use in a nice gameplay way. You can always tell who your general's bodyguard are because they're running around with the big balls on the back.
Which is very useful.
Yeah.
Remind me after this battle, and we'll get up the pictures that you prepared for us. I thought we'd witness a general speech as well.
Yes, I remember them after the previous one.
And I should have been looking at this because they give you little tips, don't they? Little hints of what you're facing.
Yeah, there's some factors about strength. I can't remember all the ones. Some impact from traits.
Yeah. Oh, really? He's
I
just said about how many
I don't know if confusing that with Med 2, which had an impact from traits. Yeah. There's been a lot of Total War games, and all the information's clear in my head.
It's like there's the Total War directory and then the rest of life directory.
Yeah. Well, like I said, with this digging up the armor stuff, that was just having to go back to Total War going, how did it work?
So let's see what we can do here. We are up against a superior force by about 1,000 people.
Are you attacking?
No. So they are going to be hitting my Yari walls. The other thing as well, I've noticed that this little bubble of influence, super important when you've got mostly Yari armies.
Oh yeah, is this the army that you just leveled up? No, it's not exactly.
Unfortunately not. Yeah.
So yeah, you need that. Do you have any of the abilities in the general?
Oh, do they have ranged?
Keep them in the wall. Keep them in the wall.
He's got inspire, which is
nice. I'll help out. I'd keep Yari in the wall.
Really? Okay, let's go for it. I think they have some ranged, but not too much.
The terrain. You don't really have much other terrain to take advantage of.
I was thinking I could go all the way back here, but it feels maybe a little cheeky. And
cheeky,
for anyone who saw the Chaos Dwarf stream I did, I play honourably. I know you haven't seen it, so I can say that. I play very honourably, so I
I'll believe you.
I wouldn't dare use the terrain to my advantage.
It's built into the rules.
Maybe I mean,
I
got a little bit of a hill here that I could use.
You'll get a bonus in melee for being on a hill.
Maybe I'll be on a hill then. This seems like a decent hill.
And it's fine grained enough that it's on the level of individual entities to individual entities.
Wow.
So it's not the unit's height, it's the individual soldiers' heights against the others. So it's like all those little undulations will impact it all.
Let it be known that if I lose this, it's because I've chosen to fight honourably and not to use this massive mountain and put my back against it. You can hide in the forest, can't you? With the...
I don't think the generals can hide.
No, he's over.
No.
Is he over there? Oh,
yeah, you put him in there.
They can hide in the forest.
Yeah,
Will
your general can't,
because they tend to just leave their archers behind when they push forwards. I probably want a slightly thinner line than that.
Yeah, you'll get outflanked easily without.
I mean, look, Jack, I could get outflanked easily either. Either way, it's not. Let's not say that this is any sort of guarantee. Okay, let's see what we're up against. Some as well, just to give a shout out to the Shogun retrospective video that went live. A lot of really great stuff on there. Oh, they're going to get tired having to run down that hill. That'd kill my knees.
Fatigue is quite important in Shogun too.
The other thing I was meant to shout out, the only thing I legally was meant to shout out was a thank you to everyone who participated in the Warhammer 3 Siege beta. That was turned off today, I believe. So we're going to be looking through all the feedback. We're going to be collating that. I'm hoping to see if we'll be able to do a stream where we can chat about some of that feedback, but we'll see.
I mean, I'll shout out as well, like, having worked on, like, many, like, patches and post-launch content over the years, it's always super helpful when people take place in those betas and give you feedback. It's always super valuable, because there's nothing, as much as you can play internally, there's nothing like giving it to the hands of players and seeing what they find out and what they discover.
So these trees are going to block some of my projectiles, right? There's not too many trees, so I'm not going to get super blocked. But trees are a pretty effective cover form against range, would you say?
Yeah, because it is the models of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shogun 2 is
Someone asking there
trees.
if there's an accuracy to be debuff for units in forest.
I can't remember. Terrain does have impact on things like that. I can't remember if there's one for forest, because I don't know if we modelled it because the arrows will hit the trees.
Yeah.
So there may not have been an actual accuracy one. Yeah. Yes, I think it is literally just the models will block it.
So what have we got here? We've got 4 bow units, and they are bow as a mix of bow samurai and bow ashigaru.
That's not good. That'll be better in melee as well.
5. I mean, if I can get them to my lines, I'll be okay.
I'd move your bow. Yeah, you're going to get shot. You want to move your. They'll wait to. The AI will wait for your units to wear down. They'll make use of their missile superiority. So what you need to do is move forward with your own bows and try and.
All right. Well then, let's let everyone spread out, and let's move the bows forward.
They're facing the wrong way. You drag them the wrong way. They're going to face backwards.
You sure?
Yeah. Those arrows are pointing the wrong way.
No, they're smart enough. My men are smart enough. Look, they can do it. Oh, you mean these guys?
No. Those units.
Oh my god, you're right.
You pointed them the wrong way.
Good catch. Otherwise, they'd be shooting his own men.
Now they're moving forward with some of their infantry.
Oh, here we go.
So, unloose, get them into Yari Wall.
Back.
Those archers are causing damage.
But this is what the ambush was for. Do you remember when I said like they're really good at just leaving their ranged units behind, and then they actually did a really good job of protecting them?
Yeah, they have got spear units on there.
Yeah,
which will be thanks to the army formations.
They've done pretty well here.
And I may have made those formations, so that's why I'm shouting them out.
The thing is as well though, like you can see even here, like morale for Yari Ashigaru is real low.
Oh yeah, it's why that army you've got with the
yeah, he's going to do quite well. Like they've already, they've seen me and they're done. You can't get your katana in a Yari wall, can you?
No, but I would go in the offensive. I would start attacking with those katana samurai.
You think let's move forward?
Yeah, try and get a route on one of their flanks and try and roll it up, because Shogun 2 is definitely one of those games where morale on flanking is hugely impactful. So get those katana samurai in there, because you're not going to survive against these bow samurai. They're going to be so.
Let's make sure. Let's inspire someone who we think is really going to need the help.
Well, your cavalry is dying.
I
think your cavalry is done for.
I think that's fine. If what they've managed to do is they've held back the bow samurai. They've stopped them from being able to fire as much. Yeah. See, look, psychologically this feels slow to me.
It's possible with the walk speed.
Maybe it's.
Oh, you've got a decent.
a decent route going on.
Yeah, I forget it doesn't flash in Shogun 2.
No.
It just goes solid, and which is hard
We
to
need
tell.
these because they can get flanked quite easily with a Yari wall is the only thing. I keep one of these blooming katana samurais in there.
It's this
I
these
know.
unit here.
He just wants to be involved, bless him. Like they're just going to get shot if they don't.
You need to press run and they will run. Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, look, these boys, they're going to hold. They're going to hold the line.
You better get your general closer to them then.
Get
Get your archers in.
Yeah, let's just like
pepper the.
I actually think.
Oh, the general's getting close to the front line. Get him. Get him.
Yari wall. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yari wall running. Maybe I just only ever walk with a Yari wall. Maybe that's what I've learned about myself in this stream. Come on, close the net.
They're very manoeuvrable. Your archers in there.
Yeah, oh, how dare they rout? Do you think I can sneakily get my general to do something here?
Maybe they're basically broken. The flank ones are really weak. I would general into that ranged unit over there. Get these guys, those 4 Yari, flanking into that other group on the left, and then maybe try and tie down the general. Get them in.
I don't want to just charge at these guys. I was hoping I could snipe out those.
Yeah, they've rallied, unfortunately.
They have. But you know what? I'll take a second wave that's like kind of disparate. Their general's gone in there. If I can take those bow ashigari, that'd be nice.
It's close. They've just rallied enough. Like, there's a gap now.
Here.
Get your general in. Get those routing again, and you may be able to get enough of a chain route to get it on.
Because they think they've snuck past me, but what they don't know is I'm not planning on being here much longer. Right. These range units doing really well. They've just been kind of peppering their bow ashigari down.
Perfect. Quite a few of them have gone. There we go. Shattering.
I think there's something about the Shogun 2 battles where I think because it is in my opinion the cleanest version of the rock paper scissors, right? And he said rock paper shotgun, which is I think the shotgun wins that battle every time.
Yep.
But I think because it is like the cleanest version of it. I feel like I can manage 20 stacks, like a 20 stack army, a lot more easily. Like I understand the roles that they have.
And you certainly get an extra visual clue with because everyone's running around with a banner on their back. It's really like, oh, my side, their side, easy.
So some people are asking what the purpose of the stream is. This is kind of kicking off. You'll see it that we did the video that came out on YouTube. We're just kind of celebrating the legacy of Total War, all kind of leading up to our showcase later this year. Where you'll get to see more of what we're working on and what's coming up. But for now, we're looking kind of before we look forward. We're looking back, right? And we're looking at the things that we've done and the games that you guys love.
Hunt them down.
I know.
You've only got 1 cavalry though. That's
I know. I shouldn't have let those Yari cav go away. Yeah. But yeah, someone's saying the battles feel very dynamic, and they do. You know.
They are quite quick. Yeah. But they are on that moment of like the right matchups, the right morale trigger. Like it's always fun when you get that moment and you see like 10 banners wavering, and you're like, come on. Just switch to routing, get you all off the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what as well, like when I was younger, I was always afraid to hit the quick battle option after I've done continue battle. Because I think when you hit it, it's like, you'd be like, oh no, is that it? Is it like, am I going to concede? I've won. So someone said something caught my eye. Sorry guys for asking any 6.3 news. Don't ever apologise for asking questions. That's why we're here, right? We're here to chat. At the moment, my hope is that in terms of 6.3 news, I will hopefully be able to do a rally point either next week. I think that's true. Next week or the week after, and at that point, we will do a big dive into what's coming in 6.3.
Very good stuff. The images, we always forget.
I will get them up. Oh, I knew it was I knew it was going to come. Yeah. All right, let me save just in case because I'm not in windowed mode. So you see, I got this Mojo survival. That was my.
You're on normal difficulty. Right?
I am. I played a bit of it on hard, and I was like, while streaming, I'm not ready to step up onto.
Yeah.
I also I spoke about this in the Chaos Dwarf one.
I'm ranking on you. I never play above normal.
I play what the players play.
I'm an easy street.
But like I say it with the Chaos Dwarf one, I don't like AI units in battle getting bonuses that I can't have achieved myself. So it's like I really like that the split in Modern Total War of campaign and
I think we've had it for quite a while now. The split between battle and campaign. Is it going to go to that?
Yep.
Sweet.
And now I'm going to swap our screens. I have saved just in case. But there was something Jack had sent me that he was interested in chatting about. I'm going to have to open it separately. Please feel free to talk about yourself. Which one would you like to start with?
Let's go for the majors first, because this was something that dug up from the production days of Shogun 2, which was how we went about concepting up all the colours for all the factions. So, forgive the artwork. This is not something that's meant to be in the game, but it was just a quick mock-up of like, let's have a little figure of a samurai, let's make up a Sashimono and work out what the different colours are. Because, of course, with this era where you've got all these very colourful banners around, you want to make sure that everyone's quite distinct. And we also wanted to make sure that like there was a good variety of colours for the clothes, but where the armour was quite a narrow range, where it mostly stuck to actual armour colours from the time periods. Like red armour, not as extensive as you see with the Takeda, but it was used in the era, so we wanted to do that. So it's like, first off, let's start with the mates. Let's make sure they're all really distinct. So even like the two different blue factions, the Date with the gold accents and the darker royal blue, Hojo with the lighter white and red, makes them nice and distinct. You've got that differences, even Mori and Takeda. And then it meant that with the miners, we could go clearly, cool. If you switch to that one.
Let's see if there's one. There we go.
That then we could go, cool, we know which ones we need to avoid, and also we can have some in mind. Like, and this is like from development, right? But Tomo don't look like that anymore. We redid them all. I think a few of these changed, but it was like, cool, generally went for like, there's a lot of colour in the major factions, we'll go for lots of whites and pales for there. Yeah. Just it meant that across the map, you're getting a nice variety of stuff. Yeah. It was really fun to work out.
Yeah. So would you say like you implemented them and then it was a case of looking, is that colour scheme working as we'd mapped it out here? Do we need to tweak it or? Like,
generally. So from this, because starting with Napoleon, we'd moved from having the colours baked into the unit models to it being driven by the database. And with Shogun 2, we had it in the banners. We had tables for both. So it was all entirely controlled through the DB. Both the symbols the Mons use and everything. So it was really easy to try it out and then tweak from there. But generally, I don't think we did that much. It was just a few factions where it was like, that's a bit close in the end. And then did the same for Rise the Samurai, for all the Samurai.
Fantastic. Well, Jack, I feel like we could go for 4 or 5 more hours. I know I could keep playing. But thank you very much for joining us. We're going to try and shuffle over to our second guest. I haven't really planned how we're fully going to do this. So I'm going to go full screen. In fact, firstly I'm going to go studio camera, and then I'm just going to swap over to something while they shuffle. But if everyone could say thank you very much, Jack, for joining us today. Really appreciated. Yeah. And also for bringing props and visual aids. It's very appreciated.
Great being on.
All right. Jack's going to disappear. Another head will be in his face shortly. Thank you very much. So while we are setting up our second guest, I just wanted to chat about something. You're getting a semi-exclusive on this, the stream, guys, because it's going to be announced, I think, officially in about an hour and a half. But we are looking at kicking off the Total War Eras Clash, which is something I've chatted about a fair bit. But it's, for those of you who don't know, it is a tournament that is going to span all of our major historical titles. So starting off with Shogun 2, as you've seen here, these are the teams. They're in duos. One of these two will play against one of the others. Every Friday-ish, maybe every other Friday, me and a guest host will go through the replays, and you guys in chat, you will be able to award points, some bonus points, valiant defeats, all of that kind of stuff. So we'll be kicking that off really soon. 15th of August is where you'll be able to see the first one, but you may see some of these channels doing their training streams and preparing for it. So if you do, please be nice to them and help them get ready. Right, I'm going to swap back to the studio camera. You are initially going to be called Jack, so I'm going to I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself just while I fix that.
Hello. Oh, where's the camera? I need to get closer.
There you go. All right.
It's a bit intimate.
There you go. You're no longer Jack. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
Everyone can see here that you are now Shogun 2 lead battlefield artist. Not your title now, but was your title at the time?
That's what I was. Yeah, that's back in the day. Yeah, I was lead battlefield artist.
Oh well, would you be able to tell people just a little bit about what that role was?
Yeah, it was basically I worked with Jack quite a bit on the battles, but it was essentially all of the battle environments that you can see. So it was the working on the battlefields, a lot of the settlement battles, Kyoto, that was a map that I actually made, some of the historical battles, all of the tiles, terrain, natural stuff that you see when you fight on land battles, as well as working with the terrain system that gave us that kind of campaign to battle connection that we kind of took from Shogun 2 onwards into future titles as well, and a bit of tinkered a little bit with campaign here and there, giving feedback and whatnot. But yeah, natural environments. That was my gig on Shogun 2.
Fantastic. And we do have a couple of questions about that. Again, thank you to everyone who went into the forums and asked a question. We have we'll be doing that for every stream, and in fact, you will be here for many of these streams.
Yes, I've been around for a while.
Yeah, I think so. I think the next one is Rome 2 that you'll be part of. For context of people at home, because I mentioned this previously, but we're doing Shogun, and then we're doing Rome, and then Medieval, and that isn't us forgetting the order in which things happened. It is people weren't available for dates for filming at certain times, so we had to swap the two. So nobody shout at us that we've forgotten our own timeline when you see things in that order.
Also, I didn't know we could bring props.
Jack sent me that image
so many props.
3 minutes before the stream. In fact, you may have seen I sprinted across the bottom floor and then back to get that set up in time. So a question for you then is, how did you so easily mimic the woodblock style for unit cards?
It wasn't easy. So basically, we had an artist, a wonderful 2D artist, illustrator called Roland McDonald, and he actually started pre-production before the rest of the team. So he spent a good 5 to 6 months training and practicing and trying to nail that style, and not just for the unit cards, for the loading screens, just the 2D style that we have for the prints. He spent a good chunk, 5-6 months, kind of training himself to be able to create it. A lot of people thought that we outsourced it, or we had some master come in and do the work for us. But no, we trained just a master dedication. Up to do it, and then he was able to do it. And we had another artist, Joe Ward, as well, who did some of the more ambient, like the fish and the koi pond kind of loading screens. But it was. It was a lot of toil, but he got there in the end. It was fantastic.
Nice. And we were actually speaking as well about these little unit videos, which is a fan favorite and honestly perfect timing to have assassinated someone as well.
Amazing. Yeah. Good job.
But all of that kind of ties together into that. It's a really coherent art vision for the game.
Yeah. So this was the movies. Obviously, it's something. It's part of our kind of legacy from the past games. I mean, one of my first roles at CA was working on the Med 2 movies, and we kind of took them forward into Empire to a maybe lesser extent, and for Shogun we really wanted to bring back some of that, because obviously the original Shogun had them as well. For Shogun 2, we really wanted to bring them back as much as possible with the so a lot of the kind of fails and fun kind of ways that your assassin can succeed or fail kind of builds on that legacy that we started with the original, and then Med 2 as well.
Yep. I was playing some of the original recently because me and Steve are going to be doing a stream next week where we just talk about Japanese history, of which I think hopefully Steve knows more than I do. I'm much more of a Roman history guy, but I had to play a bunch of Shogun 1, and you can see like the inspirations for this so clearly. I mean, obviously it's a sequel, right? But like even down to the major clans, so much harder than this. Mm-hmm. Shogun 1 is brutal.
Is.
I was like, initially I was like, maybe I'll play that on stream. Thank God I didn't. It is. I don't like that I'm besieging during winter.
Not a good move.
2 turns till starved out.
I've actually no idea where are you? What's the state of play?
I'm going to auto resolve this, and if I lose, then I will weep. But otherwise, it's going. I just love the way that the numbers count down. Only one set of peasants lost. So the state of play, it's not going too bad. It doesn't look great when you click that button, but we've got a few different areas that we're being attacked from.
Okay,
we are Shogun.
Realm divide.
Yep, we are Shogun.
Okay.
So we've got that going for us. We've held Kyoto.
Nice.
We're just trying to take these provinces here and secure our foothold. We've also got our best friends, Takeda, have got our backs, and we're just going up through here to help them out with a war. And by help them out with a war, I mean we have dragged them into every single war. So not only are we at war with everyone, Takeda is also at war with everyone.
Okay, that's nice. It's good that they stuck with you.
Going out to the end.
That's nice.
I think there was a second question as part of that, so I just want to quickly scroll, otherwise I'll lose it. Oh yeah, someone was asking about the loading screens, if they were drawn by the team or taken from historical sources.
They were drawn by but like I mentioned, like Roland and Joe. Yeah. That was the chap that kind of trained for 5-6 months to be able to master it, and yeah.
Do you have a favorite Shogun 2 clan?
I have a few. Generally, the ones I like to play with are clans like the Date that are kind of tucked away to one corner of the map, and I can kind of have no one on my back, and I can kind of expand Chosokabe as well.
Yeah.
The way I play Shoguns, I don't really prescribe to the just playing with Ashigaru.
Yeah, me neither.
I like to because the units are so rich. I just like I treat it a bit like Pokemon. I just want to collect all the cool units. I want to get my monks. I want to get my ninjas. I want to get every type of samurai, and just really build colorful armies to kind of. It's not really good for the treasury. So it's especially when everyone cancels trade with you. Agreed. So this is my the army I want to have, and then this is the workhorse at the back. That's actually I did see a question about chat. I just wanted to address that as well. I see King Gombo's in the chat. He's saying, how it was abused by various bad actors. But yeah, in order to ensure that the multiplayer mode of Shogun 2 was still there and remained available, we did have to make changes to it to make sure it remained compliant with legislation. And as a rule, that is, we like to do what we can to ensure that our games remain in the best playable state for people long after development efforts on a title have ended, and unfortunately that's part of the reality of the situation for it, along with other titles, of course. It's sad. We didn't want to have to do it. We didn't do it for years, but it's we addressed it at the time. It's just unfortunate that it's an older game, right, and it didn't have the tools for that kind of newer legislation to be able to keep up with it. Right, where would we go here? I like, the thing is, I probably should replenish. Just wait, it's winter.
It is winter, and that is the time to hold back, right? Let me just see. I just want to make sure we get all of the forum questions, because I got so into the source with this that I missed half of them for Jack.
Okay, there was one. There's one I remember. I can just go for it straight away, because it was kind of related to the loading screens, and I've heard this a few times from fans, and that's why. What's the reason? Why did we choose that particular style for the loading screens that's kind of out of period? So a bit of background on that really is that we kind of based the 2D art style on two artists, two Japanese artists, but from a later period, from the Edo period.
Yeah.
And it was Hokusai for the backgrounds, Hokusai of the Wave, and Kuniyoshi for the kind of foreground, visceral kind of combat samurai depiction stuff, and they were the two inspirations for the art that we used, and the reason it's a later period is that we often look at what's the most iconic kind of depiction of a period of a history that we can find, and we kind of riff off of that. So even though artwork from maybe the period the game is set in would have been more kind of appropriate for that timing, we chose something that's really instantly recognizable. Instantly, and it gives it. We always try and something that we kind of did with Three Kingdoms, and we often try and do on the art is have that kind of more modern take on a more modern skew on that like a lens into the past through a more kind of tangible and modern perspective. So I think that's the reason why these are based on unit cards are very Kuniyoshi, and the backgrounds are very Hokusai, and it just feels right. And funnily enough, for the for Fall of the Samurai.
Oh yeah.
The art kind of 2D inspiration was from like the 1920s. So again, we fast forwarded again to something that's more recognizable as even more modern, kind of in contrast to this, and it kind of just gelled. It fits nicely, I think.
I have accidentally just stumbled into a battle here.
Yeah, easy win.
I think there's just something about the unit cards in that style. It makes them so quickly recognizable as to what I've got and what I'm playing with.
And so rewarding as well. You kind of really, it's so nice to have like a new unit and unlock it and see that awesome artwork. Not to mention the movie you get to introduce the unit.
For each one.
Love those.
Look, I'm going to sound like an absolute novice of like an absolute art idiot now. But what I like, and I don't know if this is intentional, the more colors a unit has, the better they are in my eyes. Okay. So like all of the Ashigaru, they're all two-tone, right? Like you've got a little pop of gold on them, but mostly they're just kind of one color. But then you get up to like Great Guard. That's a lot of colors. And in my like childhood mind, it's Makes like sense. These red is one more color. so they're one bit better.
Therefore better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. More. You know, there's a kind of I guess an authenticity there that you're more important. Therefore, you can embellish your armor with fineries because you're fancy and whatnot.
But I think that's the thing, is intentional or not, it's those kinds of things that just make the game so inherently understandable for me.
And this is language that we often use and take forward. Can I talk about other games? Okay.
You can talk about other games as long as they're released.
Take Three Kingdoms, right? The heroes are
Yes.
super colorful and important. The you know, the units are less, almost grey, almost, you know, enshrouded because they're not important. It's all about the heroes. So the same color language is super key in these things.
I am going to risk something. I don't see any armies here. Do you know what? Let's just be safe. I've lost battles on stream before because I've not been safe. I've been silly.
Have you got any super epic ninjas that you've upgraded to the little devil level?
This guy's pretty. He's not. Do you know what's really upsetting is I really wanted one for the stream, and like 2 turns before the save, a Metsuke like arrested him, and then he got he came back, he got like assassinated, and it was so. Oh no. The agents are pretty brutal, you know, like.
And it really stings when you lose your little devil ninja. Oh god.
Oh, I assume he just didn't succeed and he's running. At least he's made it out. They can't climb walls.
Yeah, he survived.
Oh. You just got to keep trying to level him up, right? He's close. And then I love to just go down kind of the assassination trees.
For sure.
I can.
For the movie, actually, there's a little anecdote. This is I think this is the last game, I want to say, where we have these little cutscenes that we actually rendered outside of the game. I think this in Shogun we have the kind of intro cutscenes, the faction cutscenes. They're all kind of in-game renders, and then these assassination movies. They're kind of we all in Max for anyone that knows what that is. But yeah, an external tool. And then after this, all future games we move to in-game cutscenes. So yeah, interesting. Because before that, Empire, Med 2, Shogun 1, it was all done in Max.
And it does kind of feel like it's a pop out that's like, you know, a TV show started playing over my game.
It's all in-game assets, right? It's all also most of the animations is us in mocap suits.
Oh, I like, we made it.
We in more ways than one. We got into suits,
wow.
captured doing silly things like running around and falling and flailing, and then stuck it in the game. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just mopping up this province now. This has gone very actually surprisingly well for me. I expected to be somewhat of a disaster.
It's just my aura.
As soon as you've turned up, it's all fallen into place. Like, do you know what? Maybe by the end of the stream, I will own the world again. Maybe this is me healing the inner child me who lost that save.
I'll show you some of the comments from the team that were watching you play the battle previously. Got some good constructive feedback there.
Oh, I don't want it. I play how I play. You know, if they've got a problem with that, they can come in. Please don't. I think I'll sit here because obviously you've got the. They get very angry if you leave very quickly, right? You've got to let the devastation go down and resistance
just
invaders.
leave some Mashigari behind and move. That's what I normally do.
I think there's something about this screen as well. Having everything just in one place is such a lovely way to
just these little tokens are really cool.
Yeah, and the flashing to say it's going to go, and like the prediction's really nice. I'm doing really well on food as well. Well, to toot my own horn. Also, I love the emergency exemption when you take somewhere and they really hate you.
It's cool. What's your income? It's not bad. Yeah.
My income isn't bad.
Nice food surplus.
The problem is I'm having to, because I'm taking so much, I'm having to spend a lot repairing every turn. So it's kind of the tax I'm having to, the conqueror tax.
Have you got any navies?
I've got over here, maybe not long for this world.
Yeah.
But like this is probably a relatively significant.
That's another thing I did. I forgot to mention. I made some ships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any in particular?
Yeah. So I worked with our sister kind of outsourced studio. So I was basically kind of briefing and working with that team to make all the ships.
Oh yeah.
So I was kind of giving feedback and stuff. But physically, I made the cannon boon and the heavy boon. And tweaks to Nihon Maru as well, but I kind of spec'd them all out for the other team to make. So yeah, ships are close to my heart.
You're quite involved,
which is why I'm really upset because there's some bugs there. I was playing it the other day.
You're quite involved in the tile map as well for actual Japan, weren't you?
Yeah. So this is I think I mentioned it before. This is quite there was quite a big shift between. So obviously we were working on Napoleon before this, and then we shifted to this. It's a completely new terrain system, Whereas, you probably notice in Empire and Napoleon, you've got there's a campaign, there's a battle, right? The battles are, the scale is really sprawling. It's quite difficult to get a sense of where you are in the world.
Yeah.
In the context of the campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of there, but it's not as tangible. And in Shogun 2 is the first game really where we've got that really nice connection. Let's say you fight a land battle in between these two settlements. If you look out into the outfield, you will see those castles on the horizon,
fantastic.
right? And if you're near a coastline, you'll see the coastline where it should be. If there's a mountain range, you'll see the mountain range where that should be. Is that real kind of tangible sense of place?
Yeah.
And that's what we developed with this, and then evolved it for Rome 2 and then into Attila and 3K. Warhammer went slightly different direction, but for historical, we always really wanted that kind of again that sense of place, right? The historical games play out on our world.
Yep.
We know it, we understand it, so it should be a tangible kind of recognizable place, and especially again having that connection between campaign and battle was a big drive.
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons why there's quite a significant kind of visual difference between Napoleon and this, not just stylistically, but also kind of physically, inherently, because of the system that we changed for generating the battles from campaign.
How you feel about my odds with that?
Not good. And also, you'd have to fight it because the auto-resolve for naval battles is brutal.
We have learned that. We've learned that over the trip. It's, I think I've lost every single naval battle.
You have to fight them.
The thing is, I said at the start, I don't know if we have time for a naval battle. They're 35 minutes of careful manoeuvring.
If you have a couple of ships, there's a couple of ships, you could do it. But they are pretty brutal.
Do you know what? I played loads and loads of naval battles in FOTS because the ironclads are so fun to use in naval.
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun exercise. Those that was a challenging title because it's the most modern total war we've ever attempted, and just the range on those guns.
Yeah. I mean, but
abstracting that into our little 2x2 kilometer battlefield.
And they are so deadly.
Yeah.
The battle completely changes in how it plays.
Yeah, from an art department perspective, it was so much fun making those ships. All that iron and so good.
Yeah.
Obviously leaning on a lot what we did in Empire.
Someone in chat, it looks like they've already answered it. They were saying, how did you decide what the size of the battlefield is?
How did we decide? So the decision in terms of meters squared, essentially, it's a 10 tech limiting decision. Does that make sense? That we have the battle model. So the battle logic has constraints based on the pathfinding and the cost of pathfinding, the memory constraints, all that kind of engineering gubbins dictates how big, how much space the entities can kind of occupy.
Yep.
We took that and stretched it because I think it's it was 1 by 1 kilometer, I think the logic, and we kind of stretched it to 2 by 2. So we have our battlefields, and this is a size that was quite consistent. I think I want to say even from Empire, but definitely from Shogun all the way through to even now to the 3K and the Warhammer games. It's a 2 by 2 kilometer playable area with a 64 by 64 kilometer possible visible distance beyond that playable. It's very much always less of a visual art content constraint, more of a logical pathfinding for all those entities. It's a lot of crunching, a lot of number crunching for the engine to carry out.
I think it's why Total War is so unique in that regard of the battle simulation side is so complex to then layer an entire strategy game on top of it.
The amount of data on every single entity from the animation to
get them to speak and we got craft goods, so you know what, things are going all right. The people are they can eat and they have craft goods, so
amazing.
I think this.
Look at that surplus. Oh my god, you can upgrade all your castles if you had the money.
But do you know what? I move so quickly. And also, I definitely don't have the money. This is the excuse I'm going to give you. Is I move so quickly. What's the point? I didn't even upgrade
Ashigaru Zerg.
Exactly.
That's a thing, right? Isn't that's a play, right?
And it's we've got the middle of the map at this point.
Why do you only have one trade? Hang on. Why do you only have one trade node?
What you mean on the outsides?
Uh-huh.
Because I have 10 ships.
Okay.
And they have, do you know what? You said I only have one. I don't even know how much longer I'm going to hold that.
Hang on, you're the Shogun, right? You can build the Nihon Maru. Do you have a dry dock?
I have a dry. Do I have money?
You have enough income. How long have we got? You got to build a Nihon Maru and take that into battle.
I don't even know if I've.
That's a floating castle. Have you ever seen it?
We had one and I lost it.
Oh.
I don't have the tech for the dry dock. Wow! I just want to get my tax up. You know, look, taxes over ships has always been my motto. What an awful motto to have.
Nihon Maru is probably one of my favorite kind of just mental things that we came across when we were doing the research. It's literally a castle. How can it? Oh, we can
boot it up in custom battle towards the end of the stream if you want to have a look at it. I was playing through some of the. Maybe you're one of the ones responsible for it then, because we were playing through some of the historical battles before this just to get a taste of them.
Responsible. I don't know if I like that.
the naval battle, the one naval battle, the one historical Shogun 2 naval battle is so hard. And maybe I'm alone on this hill. Yeah, but they've got 6 heavy boons.
Yeah.
You have 2 mediums. 3 bow, like the lightest bow ship, and 2 firebomb, two bomb throwers.
But ships burn, so you just get fire arrow and
set them on fire, and then they sit there and they repair. And
repair.
And they have archers too.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I don't remember that historical battle.
Sure, maybe one day we find the person responsible for it. We start a stream, and I make
probably
them
Jack.
play it. And
did you ask him? He did some historical battles.
I did say like, oh, it's really really hard that historical battle. And he was like, oh yeah. So maybe he's being.
I'm pretty sure we have. Yeah, we still have the designer responsible in the building. It'll be either Jack, James, or Elliot.
Then we'll. I'll sit them down and I'll make them play it.
They're watching.
Oh, -2. Do I exempt? I don't want to go back. Maybe I should. I can recruit a couple of things in there. My panic button is always to exempt from tax.
Rich did some of the battles. Rich Aldridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's coming on for.
You can ask him if he's responsible because he did some of those as well.
I think he's coming on for like Empire or Napoleon. He's going to come on and chat as well.
Nice.
Because I think a lot of people don't like fully associate Rich with like the historical titles he worked on.
It was. Some of us have been here for a while.
Yeah. I say I mean like this is for me like as a 14-year-old thinking that I'd be sat here playing with the developers of the game that I'm currently playing is pretty wild. I think I don't think we're gonna have big problems, but we're gonna have. I don't want to make an all exempt, but I think I just panic, and I don't want to.
Well, your income's pretty healthy. Look at that. I've still got 4K,
and they're not bringing me much.
Just
the ones that I think are gonna go absolutely crazy if I don't.
You don't want to deal with rebellion.
I don't want to ever go backwards. That is my motto.
And that can quickly spiral if you've got no garrisons and you have a big rebellion and then they start sweeping through. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That being one of the biggest.
Sorry.
Mega soil.
I'm just getting excited because the rebellions are actually really cool. Because sometimes you get rebels, boring.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get those emergent factions.
Oh,
I love that. Yeah. Little emergent factions that just coming up. So it's not just rebels. It's actually a daimyo or whatever with some fancy samurai. It's great.
Someone's saying, what's the reason custom battles don't work? I am very much hoping they do work. I've played a few last week, and we have the Eras Clash tournament, which I was talking about before, which I think will be using multiplayer custom battles. So I'll definitely give that another look.
Just get Jack in to fix it, if not.
Oh, yeah. Will you guys play Rome 1 on the retrospective stream? So, the plan is we've got... I think I've done Rome 1 and Rome 2 as one stream, so we'll have an hour of Rome 1.
You have to play that one.
I do
Can't
have to
resolve that.
But, they are...
But it's a defense. Siege defense is easy.
Oh, it's a siege defense, yeah.
Easy.
They are just me, but better, if you look at the units. This is not a great unit to have in a siege defense, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a single tier as well.
Oh god, yeah, okay. I take back what I said. Not easy.
Do you know what? We're gonna have a circle of Yari in spears. Someone asked if there's a factor for if it is rebels or if it's an emerging faction.
Where's Jack? Yes, I think there is, and it'll be I'm sure there is, and I think it was tied to something to do with that there was each region had a affinity to some historical faction that could emerge there, and there was a percentage chance that they would. I think there's maybe I'll find out and feed back to you, but I think there was something like that if I remember right.
I am just going to look and see if there's a question from the forums for you, because we did ask those people, and they're very nice to have come across and asked us questions. We had one here from Nat Wig, which I suspect I may know who that is. So someone asking about Fall of the Samurai. So Fall of the Samurai was and remains the content that is historically closest. This is actually something you've touched on, right?
Yep.
What challenges did that present, and what was the decision behind taking the step to bring Total War content that was traditionally set 100 years ago and bringing it forward.
Yeah. So challenges. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the distance on the naval battlefields for those big guns. I think the other challenges were just from an art perspective, from an environment art perspective, was trying to represent a more modern world. Because, for context, when we're dealing with the ancient world, it's you can far more easily suspend your disbelief as a player within the experience when you have big open wilderness for battlefields, right? Because, it's a long, long time ago. Population centers were quite, spread out. So it's forgivable.
Yeah.
When you move into the modern world, you expect a lot more population. You expect the world to be far more lived in. You expect cities, and that was probably one of our biggest challenges. In the time that we had, moving from Shogun 2 to Fall of the Samurai, is trying to get things like railway lines, telegraph poles, settlements in settlements in the outfield. So it felt lived in, not just wilderness. So that was probably one of the biggest challenges because, arguably up until that point, a lot of our, battles, and even post that point, open wilderness because it kind of just makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was tricky. Not to mention just, the fact that the more recent the history, the more information there is, the more research to crunch through, the more, so it's kind of can be quite overwhelming as well. But it was definitely, and obviously for the, from a gameplay perspective, we took a lot of learnings from Empire, right?
Yep.
Because again, we were and Napoleon. So in terms of the combat, in terms of the ranged warfare, there was definitely a lot of learnings there. And even for the ships, we had some ironclads in further down in Napoleon as well. Are they all attacking from one spot?
Two. There
okay,
and there.
nice.
And correct me if I'm wrong. It's
wait, hang on. Where are your archers? Stick your archers underneath the
on the walls,
hoardings or whatever underneath the walls.
It's a 60% ranged bonus, right?
I don't remember bonuses, but all I know is that little roof is going to protect them from the arrows. To answer the question that previously came up about bonuses to arrows, I was sitting over there. Trees, our trees have collision. There's a trunk. And then there's like a sphere for the canopy, so there was a natural kind of bonus of for defense bonus from the canopies stopping the arrows. And also I think the other question was whether we worked with a historical advisor. I think we consulted with Stephen Turnbull for this.
Okay.
We often
in the
do.
credits if he's.
Yeah, probably if we did. I know we did it for Shogun 1, I think, and I'm pretty sure we reached out to a certain extent here.
They've positioned in a way that I assume that's why they've done it.
And you can't...
Well, you can't turn them, can you? You can drop them.
Drop them? Oh, I don't remember.
You don't drop them and... No, it's just the crew, right?
Did you not position them in deployment?
Look, I positioned them so that look how much of the map they cover.
That's good.
And then they went...
How did they... Hang on a minute.
They've done me over there.
They did.
Right. The other thing I've always found, I assume this to be true, is that like you never really want your Yari Ashigaru on the wall, right? Because they can't do Yari wall on the wall. Ironically, can't have wall on wall.
What do you mean?
If they're on the wall, you can't put them in Yari wall formation.
Oh no, but I don't know. Maybe it's superstition, but I feel like they're more effective.
They definitely get
because
buff.
when they're climbing up,
you
kind of you can more easily overwhelm and cause a rout.
That they get up, and if you're positioned like here, this is really like teenage me trying to tell you the cheesy things I tried to do. If they come up and then they just immediately charge you anyway. So
what I do
if you're
is
hearing Yari wall,
I have my archers there.
Yeah.
And then the archers are pelleting the incoming.
Yeah.
Then I move my archers back and I stick my Yari on there, so that they as they come up the wall they get stuck with the spears. The only thing is, and then
they can turn.
There you go.
We've all learned.
And then I kind of micro my archers away from. It depends. I recently defended a siege against like almost a full stack army with just like a handful of garrison, just microing my archers and tiny samurai unit back and forth to kind of between cover and. This is not. I think you might still be okay.
I think I'm fine. Okay. I feel good. Like I'm getting a few. Like these will have buffs to their ranged. I don't have any towers. That makes me sad. But it's this, isn't it? Right.
How much range do you have? Do you have fire arrows?
I got there, and I got yeah. And if you right click them, they'll just start auto doing it, right?
You just put them on. Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm specifically trying to burn anything here.
No, but it affects morale, right?
Yeah.
Does it still?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, it
I
does.
lose track which does what where. Which game?
Oh, look at that. That's just fantastic, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful. What have they mainly got? Just Ashigaru, or have they got anything?
No, they've got quite a lot of samurai.
Yari Samurai, okay.
But look, I trust in this line.
Yeah,
That is
we'll see.
like it's, you know.
But you need to, yeah. I think you just want to make sure they don't envelop. Keep them.
So we'll pull back the archers when they start to climb.
I'll see if the team's saying anything. We've got any tips from the internal chat.
I mean, it's by the time it gets to me, they're on like a 2-minute, 20-second delay as it is. All right, I may pull back a little early there, but I'd rather pull back early and have them to fire over.
Yeah, because they can still fire from the back.
Yeah,
They've got quite a lot of ranged.
they have. But
Have you got any cavalry? You sneak some cavalry out of the gate and flank.
do you know what? That is a fantastic idea. Let's
You can sally out that middle one.
Yeah, let's go out this way.
And then just because that'll,
Yeah,
and then
let's
you
get
can
rid of
also
those.
hit them in the back as they're climbing up.
Yeah, let's get rid of these bow samurai.
Do some cavalry micro. How's your micro?
Yeah, it's fine.
You should get your those Yari onto the walls.
Look, trust me. Look, they just charge forward.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you're on the wall because you're still fighting the same low number.
I guess you're not getting much arrow fire coming in. Oh, you don't.
Apart from the few that I am getting.
Yeah. Okay, your cavalry's out.
If we can just fire on them. All right. Oh, what have they got? Light cav. I mean, I've got Great Guard and Yari cav, so I don't want to get caught by the Yari Ashigaru. Also, they are not paying for themselves.
No.
Maybe I split this up just to try and.
It's quite an aggressive accuracy modifier on those, isn't it?
Yeah. If they can get one good hit.
Do you have a go wedge?
You
Go
think?
wedge, yeah, and go. What's that? Something that makes them
Second
go
wind.
fast. Oh no, second wind. Okay, leave that.
I don't think they have a. These honestly,
they're fast.
these
What the hell?
What are you doing? Been training for years. Wait, did I hit my own? Right, no, they're done. They're dropping engines. They are fired after that. That is disgraceful. You see, look, they're just kind of running in. It's fine.
Okay.
Like these are going to die. I think.
What
I think my
are
cav are
those?
dead for this.
Are they like really heavy?
Oh, that's their.
Okay, that's good.
Hold on.
That's good. That's good.
Can anyone get some cheeky? No, I don't want to do that.
Have they got some pop? Can you pop some abilities on them? Have they got anything?
Oh, what, my general?
No, on the cavalry there.
I can wedge.
Oh, okay.
Emergency wedge. It's really these. Oh, they've dismounted. They're like cav. I mean, they are losing this.
There you go.
So
you can knock out the general, and there you go. That's a win.
Did the Ashigaru hit me? They did.
You shouldn't leave them fighting there. You should. That's what I meant about the micro. You know, in out, shock.
See, look, this is all going fine. I'm gonna charge. No, do you know what? They're not even needed. They can watch as my. Okay, now maybe we're in trouble over here.
You've let quite a lot of them in.
But look, when they're dealt with here.
Okay.
And look, as long as these guys don't break.
Yeah, you might be okay. Have you got
let's rally.
Where does I forget Last Stand, when does that kick in? Like fight to the death? Is that something
I think it's while you hold the Tenshu, right?
Isn't it? Is it a general experience based thing, or is it just by default? I can't remember now. That's something I loved in this game.
Yeah.
That you literally just fight to the death. There's no routing. You can really.
I think they've learned that if they run forward, they die. So
instead of just standing, using your own defenses against you. So
see, look, this is working. All those horses are dead. But apart from that, and look, like I've hit them. I don't really care if these horses die, although they are great. Oh no, the Yari, the Great Guard, are dead. Like as long as I've disrupted their.
Oh no, hang on. Is that the general?
I think they've got two.
But which is the actual? Yeah,
I don't know.
They committed the.
I think they've actually got three. Oh, hold on. But while he's there, have some pot shots at him. And because is there a minimum amount of the unit that has to die before you can kill the general, or can you always just snipe the general?
The general is a entity within the unit.
Right.
So you
can just kill him.
You can, yeah. But it's a bit of a, I don't know.
My kingdom for a cavalry charge. But look, it's going fine. They're still. Oh, some of them weren't firing their fire arrows.
Oh, I missed the music.
I know.
Can the streamer hear the music?
Yeah, they can
that's
hear.
good.
They can
get the
enjoy
benefit of the wonderful score.
this is my concern at the moment here.
It's kind of playing in my head.
You've heard it a lot enough times.
Yeah.
Right, so because I've got some here that can come in, but like this is my major concern. So if I can maybe pull back and fire into this, that would be nice. I've got Bow Ashigaru who are
You
struggling.
can maybe
to
try
get
and charge in from their side. Are they...
Do I want to?
Oh no, the Yari. No, you
I
don't
think
want
they
to
are
do that.
firing arrows at me as well, annoyingly. The ones that survived. Like if I pull back, can I shoot into them a little bit? Is that safe? Where am I? Hello, Cecil. What are you doing?
That's a bold move.
Oh, do you know what? Honestly, they've
Wow.
gone rogue, but like,
that's a bold move there.
Yeah,
Well
I
done.
mean-
just sallying out.
Yeah,
Why
they've-
not? You've got it. I mean, it's
this was my
stroke.
I think everyone will remember. Someone said turn it up so they can hear the music. I think
Okay.
everyone will remember when I ordered those Naginata to go out, and I said, "This is my tactic. I'm going to sally them out, and they're going to go take them." I can definitely remember saying that, so I'm sure. Should I just dismount my general here and charge him in? He's literally my daimyo.
No. Just leave him there. Leave him there. He use the. Does he not have like some inspiration?
Yeah, he's got inspire, but I think it's on cooldown.
Okay, yeah.
I think we can just shoot into this a lot. And like honestly,
nice.
all of this is dead. So let's
Yeah, and
just,
you can literally relocate that side.
Yeah,
Well done. Good
thank
job.
you. Sometimes it comes to light that I've played Total War for a long time, and sometimes I choke. Usually it is choking.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean,
no.
I mean, you're playing on legendary, right?
Yeah, of course. See, now this is the intimidating line of
Yeah.
people who they're not ready to fight me. I think they have they have broken, right? Running not in combat.
I don't know.
I don't think they're broken. No,
Just
no, no.
charge him. Charge him.
They're
Just do
like
it.
Cav.
Just charge him.
Yeah. No. Because look what they're trying to do. If I can dock on the wall and fight them.
That's what I mean. Just you can't actually.
No, if I
okay.
go and fight them, I think some of them are still.
Dock and see what happens. It's maybe.
Wait, look. It's not a bug. I see they're done. He's coming back. My general's just kind of stood there happily. These bows have been really annoying. They actually killed one unit. Imagine
Wow.
if they. Oh, I have got stand and fight.
No, just get him to wave his little.
There you go. Look, he's doing his. Oh, I forgot he actually stands.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
that's
just
fine.
just wave his little fan around so he inspires troops and don't. Oh.
No, look, he wants to go and he wants to stand and show everyone that he's participated in this battle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, he's a fighter, right? I guess.
I just want to make sure it's not the Bow Ashigaru fight because their generals come up now.
Nice. General against general.
Yeah, exactly. If I can just take out the Bow Samurai.
So the horses have just bolted. They're not. They're not waiting around.
I didn't. Horses are for the weak. You know, we are. I think they have won that little war thing there. I mean, I can pull these guys back, but like honestly, it feels like a solved situation over here. It's just these Bow Samurai have been really annoying.
Nice.
I mean, that is a lot of.
Defender's advantage.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work there for me. Those Yara. Imagine having to climb up into this. You know.
With that big balloon on your back.
Yeah, there's honor, and then there's like being the last guy over the wall.
At least if you fall, it's a soft landing. If you fall on your back.
You got to imagine he's stood here. He's like, "How's it going over there? We winning?" He's like,
Whoops.
all you can see is blue.
Oh dear.
I think that's pretty much that. Yeah. there we
Good
go.
job. Well done.
Thank you very much. I didn't mean to hit continue. Costly. I mean, yeah, fair.
That's nice.
Right, I was completely focused on that. So,
Yeah.
but it looks like it's going all right. Any other questions that people had for you from the forums? I don't think so. I do recommend, guys, if you want to get your I wouldn't say we guaranteed answer the questions from the forums, but because we have the time to sit back, get materials for them, and all of that kind of stuff, it's I'm not fighting it. Look at that. Oh no, they've got like one man.
Yeah. You're not going to win that. Well, you could try, but yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. And that's my trade gone. The drop in battles, when was that added in as during development? The ability for I could just click this button and someone.
No, I know. I think we had that from the.
Well done, me. Heroic victory.
But yeah, I don't think I did it a few times.
Oh yeah. It's I think I accidentally had it on for one of my very first gameplays, like when I was playing the game as a younger child.
How did that go?
Not well. I think, do you know, a lot of the times where I talk about like my first experience with one of the not well. Didn't go perfectly.
Well, nice.
Oh, here they come.
Christianity.
Here they come.
Nice.
I love these little, like they're such great markers for you've now hit this, the
This
Shogun
milestone.
area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And obviously the Christianity mechanic ramped up massively in Fall of the Samurai, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and I mean even in this you have there's a bit of inkling of that where you could choose to when the initial event happens, right? You can choose to accept or kind of deny that kind of trade or whatever that brings it.
There was a question I saw in chat as well about like even with FOTS or with other expansions. Did you ever think about expanding the map, or was the focus always this is Japan? What can we do with it?
Yeah, it was. I think in the very, very, very early days, I think we toyed with the idea of Korea maybe, or I remember kind of we played around with some of the ships in the early previses where we looked at the turtle ship, which was quite cool. But not really. I mean, this was always Shogun. We very early on we were like, no, we need to focus on Japan. This is what it's about.
Yep.
Because it's such a powerful and rich kind of period and collection of periods, right, from the prequel and the sequel. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we always, whenever we embark on something, especially when it's a sequel, we kind of look at, okay, what can we do? What are the things that we wanted to do before but we couldn't? What are the things we've dreamed about? And we kind of So we always start kind of big and then we focus on the thing that we want to do. Kind of distill into that best form it can be.
What would you say kind of led that choice? Because obviously Shogun 2 isn't the first sequel, right? But it is a sequel to the first game. So what was it about that period in time where you were like, it's right for us to go back now to Shogun 1?
Oh, there's a lot of factors play into this, right? Some of them are the how much time do we have to make this thing, because obviously we always plan ahead. We kind of line things up, and it's a case of is it the right time? Do we have the right people, the right time, and that we can do it. So it's as well as back in those days as well. It's just how much do we want to make something, right? Because we've always had this long list of especially for historical, be it periods, returns to periods, and it's kind of like the team just going, you know what, let's just do it. Time is right, let's do it. So different things lead into it. I mean, we get into this actually in spoiler alert in some of the retrospectives that we did. So don't want to spoil that, but we talk a bit about that. And how we how that kind of thought process goes, and there's for Three Kingdoms, the inception of that particular project was great. Great story there.
I was lucky enough to be in I did the retrospective for Rome 1, and like the stuff, it's when you can see the people who worked on it, like yourself, like when the gears start turning, it's like the cobwebs blowing off, and like these incredibly deep stories of like when I was at Gamescom on the 22nd of August on a cold night, there was this, and that's how we came up with the title of the game, right? And it's like these incredible stories of how it all worked. This is going honestly
a lot better than I expected. Well. I was expecting to come into like 2 regions.
I mean,
held.
It helps that I knocked it down. So I played like a fair bit on hard to get to here, and then I knocked it down to normal, but. Maybe I should have kept it on. Maybe this is us learning that maybe I only stream Shogun 2 from now on for all of our streams. Patch 6.3, we've got the Shogun 2 background going on.
Nice. We should do a land battle as well. Are there any land battles?
Oh yeah.
It'd be good to.
I really love we've only got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
One that I'd maybe want to show off is I love the first historical battle.
Oh yeah.
Where you're fighting and you've got Oda as your ally, and you take him out, and then with what you've got left, you have to assault a castle.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
like, I think playing through the historical battles, it looks like you really took the opportunities to go, what could we do here that's not just a land battle?
Yeah.
Right. What could we do?
A lot of thought went into it from the design side, from the script, and the really not just land battles. Yeah, there's a story.
Yeah,
there's a flow.
Because
and I think some form of scripting as well back in the day.
It definitely you can see it. It mimics for me because in Shogun 1 you have the historical campaigns, which is I think just a series of battles, right? It feels like that's. Oh my god! Did you see how massive that army was? It feels to me like that's kind of your homage to them, right? We don't have the historical campaigns, but what we do have is you can play through these really pivotal moments of battles. Yeah.
Did Jag get into the way we made the battles, or the way they were put together?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Would you be interested in it?
I can. Yeah. I mean, I touched on it before, but yeah, because this was like I think I mentioned previously, the Shogun 2 was the first game where we kind of started working in this on this concept of having that campaign battle connection, right?
Yeah.
So the settlements, the sieges, they're kind of standalone set pieces in a way, that where we kind of authored most of the the map as similar to a historical battle.
Yep.
But then the land battles in between are stitched together from sets of tiles.
Yep.
The tiles vary from kind of 2 by 200 meters through to much larger pieces, and based on the campaign features, hills, forests, whatever, we pick those tiles to generate the battlefields.
Yep.
So it's kind of essentially it's a very very early you could potentially call procedural generation.
Yeah.
For battlefields, which is kind of cool, and gave us that variety. Albeit in Shogun, there's not as much of that variety because we only had a limited amount of sets.
Yeah.
But then that explodes into in Rome 2, where we had probably over almost 1 million of possible battle locations. It's crazy. Yeah. Really testable.
Yeah. I can imagine. And there's always going to be one that crashed a desktop on that one location.
Yeah.
Can you just repo that, please? Just find that one place.
But that's why if you literally chain battles along that coastline that you were there, you can see the coast is always on the right side.
Yeah.
You've always got those settlements in the outfield that you can work towards. It kind of gives you that real sense of place.
I don't think I'm strong enough to chain battles along here. I reckon I mean.
That's a big army,
and that's a lot of samurai. So we're scrambling. I think Omi is going to be the last stand there. If they go for Kyoto, I'm fine. Like,
are you doing any? Have you got any ninjas? Are you taking out generals? Are you assassinating?
I've lost him.
Any geishas?
You've got the little thing here, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Do
you have any geishas?
No. Did my ninja die? Chat may have spotted it. I definitely didn't.
I did not. Yeah.
If it did, that's awful. I mean, I built this place up as my little backup place for.
Last I saw him, he escaped.
He was over here, wasn't he? Is he dead? You closed the message of your ninja dying.
Okay.
Oh, God. Someone talking about Hattori. Yeah, Hattori's such an interesting design faction of like starting so close to Kyoto, and you're paying more, right, for your non-ninja units.
Yep. Did you fight Kyoto to take it?
Not on stream.
Okay.
But I did fight it off stream.
That was one of my favorite battles to make. It was fun.
Let's see if we can survive. Maybe it will become a survival stream. I see there was a discussion about my tactics of charging my cavalry into die, and it was effective.
Yeah, I mean, so, you won.
Yeah, the issue I had is their upkeep cost was too high, and I wanted to reduce their upkeep.
That's why you didn't micro your cavalry in and out to shock. Okay,
yeah, if I had fewer of them,
that was
a
conscious decision to makes sense.
We can play this battle, or we can pop out and play one of the historical battles just to show up a bit of a land battle.
Yeah, it's up to you. I don't mind. Although, I mean, yes. Although historical battle is not an example of that, it's a curated set piece. But yeah, we can look at it. It's fine.
Let's have a look. Interestingly as well, it's like I feel like sometimes I've fallen into like an old interviewer stance.
Okay.
Why did you make it so that in Shogun 2 the historical battles are unlocked, but in Fall of the Samurai you actually have to progress through them and play them one by one to unlock them? Was that more of a choice of it's telling a narrative throughout them and there's an order to play them in, or
I'd have to ask the designer responsible.
I mean, I can.
But yeah, I imagine it was just a case of just having that.
Oh, it
that
definitely
key,
is right.
Key focus and a nice progression through them. Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be. I can see how months work, and I think it goes January, February, right?
It's a sequence. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a narrative.
But which again, like, is a callback to the Shogun 1 more. Now, is it?
Is it Nagashima or was it?
I think it's Nagashima. This is one of my. So one of the smartest things I think CA's ever done, ever. You released one of the battles as a demo, and I can't remember exactly what battle it was. I remember it was on a hill. It might have been this one.
Yes, I think Kawagawa. I think it was a night battle.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So I think it might
because the fire arrows absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, this is.
It was either Kawagawa or it was a version of that.
Yeah.
But you're not going to play that one, okay?
Yeah, it's no. This is my favorite one.
Line it up and then no.
Nope. But the But I mean, I think that was such a smart idea for people because Total War at the time I think was still very niche. Empire had helped, Napoleon had helped, but being able to give people a demo and play it for the first time. I know myself, a lot of my friends played it, and they're like, "Whoa, this is."
Did you when you saw that demo? Did you understand what Total War was, or did you think it was a battle game?
I played loads beforehand, but it was the first time I got my friends to play it.
Right.
And
because it's a for a game like Total War that it's a gift and a curse because from personal experience, right? I discovered Total War through Shogun 1.
Yep.
But I ignored it because I was playing Civ.
Yep.
I was playing all these games.
Yeah.
And I discovered Shogun through a PC Gamer demo disc.
Oh,
it was a battle.
Yeah.
It was a battle. I was like, this is a fun battle,
it's an RTS.
but I'm going to go back to Civ because I really like my Grand Campaign. And I played RTSs as well.
Yeah.
But for a historical game, I really wanted that campaign. And the demo that I played, I was like, you know what? This is just a battle game. I'll leave it.
Yep.
Then it came around to Medieval 1. I was like, oh my God, that's what, I fell in love at that point and then went back to Shogun.
Yeah.
So I'm curious I think it's a battle demo is great, but I kind of it's.
I think it's the flashy part, right? Like it's the
Hollywood.
There's still a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
My sister, not my sister, Oda's sister. I think she flees as soon as you. She's like they let her out because they've got on her. It's alright. There's subtitles. But I think these are the kind of historical battles I really love when Total War implements them. Is like they just do something that you would never encounter on the campaign map,
and they're epic as well. They look great. They're like.
I think you fight over a river at the very start of this, and like to be able to because you having complete control, right? Being able to know exactly what the player's going to have to do. I did see a couple of questions. Where was it? There was it's maybe more been a Jack one of why did you go for health points after Shogun 2?
Yeah, it's Jack one. I don't know.
I think, honestly, actually, Jack, we spoke about that earlier in the stream.
Yeah.
So Jack did a whole discussion about it.
Yeah, nice.
So when in 5 minutes when we finished, I don't think we were going to finish the battle, but when we managed to finish, definitely go.
Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, it was a fun map. One of the cool things that we managed to do later, so this is from Rome 2, Attila, 3K, is all the historical battles that we did. We actually stuck into the map. So a lot of people don't know. Some people know that.
Yeah.
But I guess some people, you might not know it unless you, especially when I mentioned, Rome, for example.
Yep.
So many locations.
Yeah.
But if you actually happen to fight a campaign battle over where Teutoburg Forest is, you will fight on that historical battle.
That's
tile.
really cool.
And the same for 3K, so Attila. They're all embedded in the
so you can create your own version of the
so you can, if you happen to play in that location, you'll load into that space. But in Shogun, we didn't get a chance to do that. Kyoto is probably the only example, but it's not really a historical battle.
But it's such a. I imagine you guys must have spent a really long time on Kyoto, like as the battle map. Because it's got the unique, like the bridges, right?
So, I mean, we had with the assets. I think I want to say a couple of weeks, but maybe. Yeah. But I remember working on this one. Yeah. So
this is one of my favorite maps. I love having like the.
It's got a great kind of great scale to it. You've got that nice little. You've got the sea on one side, or the river, whatever, going into it, and it's got a great kind of sense of. Kind of visual progression, right? You've got these flatlands and lowlands, and into that epic castle on the hill.
I think I don't see many ranged units. They're over here, so I think I can actually just start peppering them. I seem to remember.
How much cover have you got?
A little.
Just sneak them down the side, and do that good old flanky cav.
I seem to remember that Oda take absolutely ages to engage, and when they do, just almost immediately start losing. And then the game's like, go and help Oda, Oda. And then when you've won this, you have to go besiege the castle. And I also remember Oda takes so long to besiege the castle that you've usually won the battle by the time Oda turns up. Let me have a quick look at chat as we're going. You should try 3K. I have, in fact, played 3K. A question here more about in-next titles, but to frame it slightly differently. What are your thoughts on kind of the changes between here you can have armies without generals leading them, so you can have like the little units piecemeal, whereas it swaps, I guess, more to more of a garrison system, like you've got the provincial everything leading. What was the inspiration for that change?
Between
Shogun 2 and Rome 2?
I think it's it just depends on the setting and the theme, what makes sense, right? I think you know, and with the same with them as the move to retinues, you know, in Free Kingdoms as well, because it's contextual to the heroes, the retinues of the army. So it you know, it's whatever, you know, for the design teams at the time, whatever feels like it makes most sense for that period.
Yeah.
For the history, you know, what we learn from the research as well, is trying to find, you know, the tweak the systems in a way that best support that subject matter, right?
Yep.
And wow, that was nice.
I was trying to stealth up to them. It's not gone well.
So generally, you know, changes like that will be based on the research. They'll be based on, you know, trying to mimic, you know, the way armies were organized at the time.
Yep.
You know, it's they're always steeped in, you know, the authenticity of the period. But whether or not, I can't really speak to the exact decision point and why, because during this time I was all focused on the pretty things and the visuals and the art and the cinematics and the ships.
Managed to get one into here. I've tried to break these off to go deal with them. Really, what I want is those fire rockets become a real problem if you don't deal with them. So, what is the point of having Ninja if you can't sneak around and deal with them?
Right?
I was hoping I'd be able to throw them up here, but I don't think that's going to work. Oh, look at that!
That's impressive.
Incredible effects,
What is
though.
that? What is that?
Fire rockets.
That's amazing.
I know. And these guys, like, honestly, the guts to stand up and keep going after being hit by a fire rocket is, and then the fire out. Like, these are the worst people to be. You know, they got the worst orders.
Yeah.
Oh, they've hit their own.
Nice. No, that's your ninjas, isn't it?
Oh, that's what. Oh, a man can dream.
Oh man, but yeah, it still looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I love
it does.
that. Warms my heart to see it.
And they
still
made it.
Looking great.
And honestly, is that not the hey, look, they can? And there's the victory we needed.
Nice.
Honestly, taking them out just guts the force. You can see.
It's great. You got this.
I mean, that's pretty much what we got time for. Like, didn't even get to finish our historical battle, but we're going to jump back to studio camera. You can look at that, the magic of the smoke.
Magic.
I know.
The blossoms. I was saying to Josh earlier. I placed these blossoms in that tree.
Every
little
individual-
VFX emitter. I remember that. It's good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Pleasure.
It's pretty fantastic. Everyone,
Pleasure.
So thank you, everyone in the chat who's here. Everyone asked questions. Everyone asked questions in the forums. We'll be doing this again in a bit with Rome 1 and Rome 2. So we'll have a place for you to put questions in there, and we'll have Debs from each of those titles.
Actually, yeah. I'll see you again for Rome 2.
You'll be back.
I have a really, really interesting little story of a nice point of connection between Shogun 2 and Rome 2.
Oh, lovely. Well, what a tease for them to come back. Me and Steve will be doing a stream on Tuesday, which will be a bit of an interesting kind of playing Shogun 1, which, as I say, has not been kind to me in my tests.
Good luck with that.
But that brings us to the end of another episode of Total War Live and our first episode of Total War 25 Live. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to be notified of when we're live next, so Tuesday, and then there's a rally point maybe next week, maybe after, be sure to follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on the Total War Live YouTube channel, and with that...
Questions and forums.
Questions and forums.
Drop your questions.
Yes, we'll have a sticky thread there for you.
Amazing.
So with that, we will see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.